funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live.
And we're back.
In 2026, welcome to the Underdog Journey. I'm Wes. This guy's David. David, how was your New Year's?
It was good. Nice and tame.
Yeah.
Relaxing. I was... And then, of course, I had to try, operative word, I'm old, I fell asleep, try to watch the new Stranger Things after midnight, so...
Okay. How'd that go?
I didn't make it through it. I finished it up today.
Okay. There you go.
It was as if the writers were like, you know what, we're done with this.
Yeah, they gave up around mid-season 2, so I gave up in season 3. I'm like, if they can't be bothered, I can't be bothered, so, even season 1, it was basically just nostalgia of the series. Hey, do you remember the 80s? It's just member berries.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, they did a good job on that, I think. And it also goes to show you what we've been saying about nostalgia is very powerful. It's a very great tool.
It is a tool. It is a good tool.
There were a couple of bands from last year. My favorite, of course, Metallica was one of them. The Master of Puppets from last season's show got a huge bump out of it. And there was some lady, I have no idea who she is, talking about running up a hill or something. I don't know. But that person got a huge bump out of it. Probably bigger now than they were when they were, in the 80s.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what that is referring to, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad music. It wasn't metal, so I didn't care.
Fair enough. No, I literally have no.
Somebody running up a hill. I don't know. I'm like, I moved 2 steps up that hill. I ran out of breath, and I'm now going. So no, I wasn't running up a hill.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Okay, there you go. So I'm surprised you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. The audio's off a little bit, guys, just for everybody. We have a little bit of a delay tonight, so we don't know what's causing it, but
as long as you can sort of hear me in real time, don't watch don't watch your video, David. Just listen to my words. Don't watch what I'm trying to say.
Listen to my voice.
But no, I'm surprised you haven't. I'm surprised you haven't been trying to work this whole time. I think that's what's happening. Is your mind is just you've been out of work, not out of work. You haven't been to work in so long that your mind is shifting in overdrive, trying to make up for that lack of activity.
It's not been too bad. I've been home with a small exception since before Thanksgiving, which is extremely nice. That all ends this Sunday. I head back out on the road. I'm in Vegas. I'll see you in Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
I'll be in the following week in Alaska, in Anchorage. Then I come back, and I don't know if it's immediately to Orlando, but I come back. I might get a week off, and then I'm down in Orlando.
Wow, nice. Pleasure or business?
All of it's business.
Of course, always.
It's all business.
It's all business.
It's all business.
I feel
People
bad
demand
for you,
the Dave. They get the Dave.
I feel bad for you though. It's nobody wants to go to Orlando. It's just apparently a terrible place that nothing fun ever happens there. It's just kind of a drag. It's like the Moldova of the American South.
So, Wes, we skipped over a part here. What are you drinking tonight?
Laura Lines Black says hello, by the way. So we can get the comment on the screen.
Not good evening, baby boy. Thanks, Mom.
Good evening,
Thanks, Mom,
baby
for
boy.
leaving that out.
I'll let you know, David. So I'm drinking
what are you drinking,
a special Christmas ale. This is a Perret Noël, a Belgian winter ale, actually from Belgium, and it's pretty tasty. So I'll be drinking a few of these tonight as a special Christmas gift from my current wife.
Okay.
She knows I haven't been to the beer store in a while, so it's a good one.
What's the ABV on that? Because sometimes they can sneak some pretty high proofs in on the Christmas beers.
It's not that high. It's 7%.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not that.
Sometimes they sneak them up there because they can hide it with the spice. It's got the spice. It's a little extra nutmeg, and you can get an extra 5 ABV out of it.
Right.
So I've got a bar over here.
Okay. By the way, your mom says stop in Georgia on the way. She says, "Hey, baby boy."
I'm not stopping in Georgia. I'll probably be spending quite a bit of time in Georgia and Atlanta anyway this year, so I'm not going to do it unless I have to.
But, well, I hear the devil's.
But I've got, yeah. So I've got a buffet over here. I've got a buffet, and I'll save that one for last. You know, my go-to, of course, is always is Blanton's.
Of course.
This is an N. This is an N. I found a whole another cup full of tops over there too.
I'm telling you, man, sell those things.
Yeah. I got a nice, lovely E.H. Taylor here.
Nice, can't go wrong there.
I really do like E.H. Taylor. That's a great whiskey right there. I really do.
Tasty one. What are you going to start with? What are you going to start with?
Well, I've got the Weller 12 year.
It's already open. You got to finish the bottle, David.
This is the only one of them that is open, and yeah, I mean, this is good too. But I think I'm going to open another one here, and I've had a different version of this. This is Castle and Key bourbon.
Yeah, tasty.
Which is reopened at the original location of the E.H. Taylor distillery.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I had like a 109 proof, one of their higher proofs. Okay. And this is their standard bourbon. So this is their probably 50 proof. Not 50 proof. This is 101. So it's 50.5% alcohol by volume. So it's aged 6 years. And I was so impressed with the Castle and Key that I had a red label on it. But I was so impressed with that. When I seen this, I was like, I've got to try their standard whiskey. And upon review, maybe I should open this before the show. Now I'm like,
yeah, just nod
trying to get this thing open. Just bring me a chipmunk. Do not bring me a chipmunk.
Do not bring a chipmunk. No. So I say you just finish the Weller. It's already open. Just kill the bottle.
Just kill the bottle.
There's like no. I've seen your pours. There's like 2 pours in there for you.
No, there's a lot more than that in that bottle. Oh, it teased me. It felt like I got to a spot that was going to work, but now
so close.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I just cut my fingernails like a day and a half ago, so I'm like a declawed cat right now.
First world problems.
This isn't it?
First world problems.
Yeah, it's a rugged and manly problem to have.
So, David, we haven't spoken since before Christmas. How was your Christmas also? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. He's in the... I was going to try and keep the conversation going while you're getting that cork out, but...
My Lord. That is some good smelling whiskey right there.
Okay, so there you go.
I'm drinking this out of my Trump 45. This is from the 45 Whiskey and Wine Bar in Manhattan in New York City.
Cool place, by the way. I
recommend you guys go there.
It's way too easy to order another round there, but it's a fun place, man.
Oh, that's a great story. So I'm going to tell it. So we have plans. We have other things we got going in the evening, and we're at the 45. We're at the 45 having whiskey and wine, right? So that's what we're
Like
doing.
you.
And the bartender comes over. We're seated over in a corner. They've got us at a nice spot. Like we can see everybody walking through the escalator where Trump came down to announce his role on the Simpsons was right there.
Mm-hmm.
So to kind of pull it away from politics much because that's not what it's about. The idea is it's a pretty nice spot, and again so the guy comes over, he's talking to us, buddy, yada yada. So Wes is like, all right, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, never do that at a bar.
Well, don't do this at a bar because that means one more round.
Yeah, this everywhere else in the world, wrap it up. Wrap it up. The one place where you don't do that, I found out the hard way, is at a bar.
At a bar. You hit a bar, you do this, that means another round. So we're sitting there waiting. We're like, man, it's taking them a long time to bring the check.
We just need our check. We got places to be.
Like, oh, it's a long time to get the check. And we're waiting. We're looking at the clock. And next thing you know, this guy comes out with this platter full of.
Yeah, one of the guys already left.
Yeah, one of the people already left. So we ended up giving. There was a guy. He was macking on 2 chicks as well. Good for him.
Good for him. It worked out well for him, I think.
But he got a free old fashioned out of it. And by free, I mean Wes paid for it.
There you go. Free.
Yes. Free. That was a good one. That's one of those drinking with Dave stories right there.
It was it was a learning opportunity, is what it was. Learning opportunity.
Man, I don't know if they're just channeling the inner spirits of E.H. Taylor, but this is
pretty good.
Let's face it now.
Nice. Yeah. You approve. Okay.
It's good.
That works.
Good. So if I had to pick, I'm going to take the higher proof one always, almost always. This one has a touch more sweetness to it, but all in all, I'm going to have one of these. Just one.
I've never seen you stop at just one, David.
Well, I'm going to have one of those. I'm going to move to a different bottle.
Fair enough. Yeah, the high proof, man. That it hits you hard before you know it. It can be dangerous.
It's delicious. This is standard proof. This is standard proof 101's nothing. 50.5% ABV. So, but yeah, it's good. There's a little sweetness, a little more sweetness to it, and then of course if you have it the higher, it's got the sweetness to it, but not as much flavor. And of course the higher proof stuff, man, you can really get some great flavors out of it.
You can. It takes some practice to understand what you're tasting, but you totally can.
Yeah.
So, before we get much further, next week we're going to be in Vegas at CES. We're going to be live from CES doing the show. So Wednesday. David, that's what I'm saying. Next week.
Yeah.
So, are you planning on sampling some libations there?
When in Vegas, I keep it kind of simple. Old fashions, couple of whiskeys. I have never been what I would call drunk in Vegas.
That's smart.
I don't use Vegas to what most people would think of as Vegas's full potential.
Right.
It is a nasty, disgusting town to which I love. I love the music.
Yeah,
I really do. It's great. The music scene there. I mean, you could be inside. I'm staying at one of the very recognizable hotels, and there might be 4 bands playing in different places in this one hotel.
Yeah.
And then you can walk without ever stepping outside, which is very important. You can walk to several hotels, all connected, several casino resorts and everything, all connected, and see, another 5, 10, 15 bands and shows and all these things. But I don't really gamble. So if because I know you'll be there, and I know there'll be a couple other people I know will be there, and if everybody's like, "Hey, I want to play some blackjack," if I pay $100 to play blackjack, that'll be a shock to me.
I've never played blackjack in my life, and I highly doubt I'm going to do it anytime soon.
Oh, good.
So.
Oh, good. Then yeah. So I usually, there's one spot in the Four Queens up on Fremont Street.
Yeah.
They have a bar, but you can also get cigars too.
Okay, there you go.
Wait a minute, didn't we went out there, didn't we?
We didn't go to that one.
We didn't go to that one.
No. We can try that when we're there next week.
No, we went there because we went up, and then they set a whole group of other people in front of us. And the guy came back and was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So we went in and sat there. They had a very limited, almost what you would think of as a concession stand at an old theater.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that
cigars.
was right. I completely, I forgot about that one. You're right.
Super low selection of cigars. But this is where I spend my money. This is where I spend my gambling dollars in Vegas, and it's either $5 or $10 because there's spots at the bar that you're supposed to play the video poker that's built into the bar in order to sit there.
Right.
So I'll light up my cigar. Boom. There's an hour and a half, 2 hours that I plan on being parked right here, minimum.
Right there.
And so I'll put a $5 or a $10 bill in, and if the guy gives me a look as he's coming by, I'll just smack the buttons.
Just hit some buttons randomly.
And then I just keep on smoking my cigar, talking to the people around me because,
right.
I mean, they're all out there getting tore up and everything, and I'm just sipping on. They got some pretty good beers at that place too.
Yeah, no, we'll have to hit that again when we're there. It's gonna be a good time. If we have any time, so it's going to be a full show. We're actually going to have everybody watching and listening. We're going to have a booth at CES, and there's only going to be 3 of us manning this booth. It's going to be
he will have a booth, not me.
No, David will be there. When I say we,
I gotta pop in and say hi. Support.
It's the royal we. It's the royal we. So okay. David will be there.
Yeah.
But when I say we, I mean I will have a booth at CES, and it's going to be fun. But it's going to be busy.
It's going to be a fun time. The busy part of it's going to go by so fast that you won't even know it.
I'm sure.
The number of these things that I've done, it's just like you're like, hey, maybe we should break for lunch, and they're like, it's 7:30 p.m. This thing was supposed to close an hour and a half ago, and they're just now starting to push people out the doors. So I would say lunch is irrelevant. Oh, I'm going to give you a hint. For anybody who's never been to Vegas, you're planning on going, I highly recommend it. You'll see exactly what a disgusting cesspool it really is, and you will love it. When you look out your window and you're like, oh, hey, I want to go to the Venetian. The Venetian's just on the other side of that building. I can see from my hotel room. It's right there.
Yeah, this is good advice.
Not. It's not right there.
Right.
It is a mirage.
It's at least 12 miles away. Yeah.
It is way the hell down there. And Satan's asshole is less heated than the streets of Las Vegas. It is murderously hot out there.
It's going to be chilly. It's going to be chilly next week, though. It's wintertime.
Oh, it's going to be chilly. It's going to be down in the 70s.
It's going to be like 50s. It's going to be like in the 50s, I think.
Son, if 50s, I might be out in shorts and a t-shirt, tank top, and flip-flops, bro. 50s are going to feel like a freaking heat wave to me.
Yeah, it's going to be in the 50s. So... Well, for any normal human beings, it's going to be in the 50s, so bring a jacket. David and my current wife will not need that. So you guys would just great.
Yeah. We're not cold-blooded reptilian lizard people like the rest of you.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody else are the weird ones, David. That's totally
right.
Totally the case. I keep thinking of the. Go ahead.
I have a question for you. This is a question to the general populace, anybody who's watching. Actually, if you're watching, chime in and say hi to let us know you're there, because we don't get to see always who's popping in and out. Sometimes it lets us know, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, I'm thinking about getting pins. Like the lapel pins you give out to people.
Mm-hmm.
And as I meet certain people, it's becoming, I'm leaning more your way of we're living in a simulation.
See, look,
And I want to give. I'm only saying that so I can set this joke up. By the way, um, I want to give them little lapel pins that just say NPC, and just here you go. Wear
right.
that with pride. Yes. Hello, traveler. These pesky rats have been in my rice. Can you help me slay these pesky rats? Yes, sir. Here's your pin.
Are you sensing too many NPCs walking around out there, David?
Oh my lord, so many NPCs. On a scale of 1 to 10, how rude would it be to give somebody an NPC lapel pin?
You know what we should do? We should found a company specifically that has the initials NPC, whatever we end up naming that company, NPC, and they post super cool stuff online. It looks like a super cool company, and we hand out these NPC
National Pornographic Cinematography.
There you go, and we hand out the NPC lapel pins. People think they're wearing something cool. They wear it everywhere without realizing they're an NPC. So,
just the NPC.
There is real science saying that there are people out there, a really large number of people out there that don't have an inner monologue. I think that could qualify as an NPC. Have you seen this? Have you seen the news items about that?
I have not.
Oh man, I can't believe you haven't seen
it. For the love of Pete, I don't remember where I was, and I made a comment about, I'm really thinking about, breaking a mold and really going for it all in 2026. I think I'm going to open up a couple of daycares in Minnesota.
Ouch! And getting political, okay?
And a little political. But this is where the NPC stuff comes in. Okay. And the person's like, "What are you talking about? Like, you haven't heard about all of this? All this like nothing?
Yeah, are you?"
And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?
Are you not alive in the world?"
And so of course I'm like,
they're out there.
This person may earn a pin.
Right. So I'll find some of the. We'll bring this in the news next week, but it's something like just over a quarter of all people apparently have no inner monologue. They just, when they want to say something, they just say it. They don't think to themselves constantly what to say, what thoughts running through their heads. They don't have the inner speech that I assumed everybody had. And apparently there's a lot of people, a lot of the people out there that don't have the inner monologue. They assume that they can't even imagine what it's like speaking to yourself, having this voice in your head all the time. It's crazy.
I think it might be my fault because there's like 50 people in here all talking from different angles to each other.
Yeah, I actually 100% believe that.
If anybody ever really wants to get a laugh, just put a recorder in my car and listen to me talk to myself because I work out a lot of stuff in the car.
Don't worry, David. They're all listening. You're on so many watch lists right now. They're all listening.
With accents and voices and imitations. Oh, it's great. It's golden.
Right.
So tell me about the beer. Because I'm interested what the flavor of that beer is. Because Christmas sales fall into like one of three categories.
Right.
First is that high ABV. The second is that, hey, we're going to put so many spices in here that you can't really tell. And then the third is a good Vinox beer, which has the subtool.
So this flavors. Is not Christmas ale. This is a white winter ale. So it's not. It doesn't have the spices. It doesn't have that Christmassy flavor. It's like almost sweet. It's almost like a farmhouse ale. And it's actually from Belgium. It's a real Belgian ale.
Okay.
So it's kind of like I'd mark it up as like a farmhouse or something along those lines. It's kind of sweet, just not sour, but like a just very light taste of the sour wild yeast.
Okay, so the fermentation yeast. Yeah.
Right. So you know how like lambics and sours, they use the wild yeasts. This apparently uses the same thing because it has that same sort of flavor to it. It's unfiltered, and it's a perfect ale. I mean, I could drink this all night.
Your kidneys are going to love you for that, aren't they?
Apparently so. I'm going to have to take care of some business after the show.
Yes. I was going to mention the what was it, the celery commercial? It's like a toothbrush for your colon. cartoon that they
What?
used to have.
I haven't seen that
Yeah,
one.
there used to
A
be a thing.
toothbrush for
Used
your
to used
colon.
literally, you got your phone on you right now. Everybody, get your phone. Get your
Okay.
phone. This is a challenge from David.
What are we looking up here?
Look up classic advertisement for celery.
Celery?
Toothbrush for your celery, like
Celery. I thought you said celery.
Hey, I want to drink. I want to eat solid water with hair in it. Celery.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. I got Hercules candy pulled up. So if you guys ever watch on YouTube, the people who make the candy, which we love it, I was watching it one day here, and I kept noticing people with Syracuse hats on, and turns out the people are from here. So I'm going to try to sneak over there tomorrow to actually watch them make candy.
That would be cool. I've seen some YouTube videos about that.
Ad from the 50s. Oh, straight up right there. Celery ad from the 50s. Straight up. You guys are going to see it from there, but that's it. Pull it up. Pull up your phone, open up your Googles, and type in celery ad from the 50s. And it is, it'll say celery, nature's toothbrush for your colon. And the imagery that goes along with this.
All right,
this is back when marketing was great.
Oh boy, that's something else happening right there. Let's see what we got going on here.
That is something else indeed. That's one way of saying that.
Here you go.
We're speechless. We've left like 5 seconds of dead air there.
Yeah, there you go. Great. Enjoy celery, nature's toothbrush for your colon. Check out that. Somebody actually had to sit down and draw this. Somebody had to illustrate that.
Yes.
Look at the guy's face. That explains it all. Fiber rich, packed with vitamins.
Oh, man.
And they're both having way too much fun.
Yes.
Taking care of business here.
Well, the model for that was Matt Harmon.
This is, I believe it. Poor Matt. He's still recovering from his knee surgery.
Here.
No, he's recovering from his knee surgery.
Another one?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully he's watching and got a kick out of that.
I'll send him this and tell him you were thinking about him.
Matt, here's to your celery toothbrush colon.
That's wow. Somebody actually had to sit. Now I wonder what the Mad Men-esque era meeting was with all these guys in 50s business suits sitting around describing this illustration to their illustrator, and him sitting there being like, "You want me to draw what now?"
Come again.
Or not.
I picture him as British.
Right? Or there had to be like, so there's like the dairy council. There's different like councils for different like food groups. Do you think there's like a celery council of farmers who got together and said, what we need?
To make everybody uncomfortable with our ad. Let's do it.
Let's make everybody as uncomfortable as possible. We should send this to like Metamucil or some like modern day fiber company and be like, this is where you guys are going wrong. You got to go back to the classics.
Yeah. Get you some celery stalks, a toothbrush, and, be a chimney sweep.
So, I think everybody should actually take fiber supplements. I think fiber supplements are very important to your diet. However, I think advertising it as the feeling of a toothbrush being shoved up your backside is not. This is not something that makes somebody say, "I want to eat celery now." That looks like it feels great.
Yeah. So I mean, we're getting old now, right?
I mean, hopefully you get the soft bristles and not the stiff bristls. They have electric toothbrushes now. That's a whole different.
Oh, sweet mother! Well,
maybe
we
water
just picked up a whole new demographic. We just picked up a whole new demographic.
Right, exactly. Oh, and don't forget to floss.
Oh. And that could be. You could put this ad, and the next page is for G-strings and thongs.
Don't forget to floss. Yeah. Ouch.
With the floss. Oh man.
Yeah. All right, David. You should have saved this for a marketing fail video.
Did it fail though?
Maybe it succeeded. Maybe this was like the big boom that celery needed to boost sales. I don't know.
I mean, celery's still around. I mean, I buy celery here. I absolutely despise celery. despise it.
I like ants on a log. I think it's pretty good.
Keep my toothbrush away. Keep my toothbrush away from my. Anyway, Nikki likes the celery. Nikki loves the celery, but it is one of the ingredients. The only place I eat it is I make a copycat. I love copycat recipes.
Mm-hmm.
I make a copycat recipe of Olive Garden's chicken and gnocchi soup.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
When I say a copycat recipe, it is spot on.
Yeah.
So the first time I made it, the wife was like, how often or frequently can I request this soup? I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal.
Well, show her this ad and let her know there's celery in the soup and be like, do you still want the soup? Maybe she'll want it. Yeah, I don't know. That's, this is...
Yeah.
I'm surprised that
I'm looking at your screen here right now. I got West at Flashpoint Safety, Carnahan X at Gmail. You might want to close that.
Probably. Stupid Chrome. I'm gonna stop using Chrome. It's a terrible web browser.
It used to be so awesome, and now all the things that it it's just like unions. All the things that it was against, it now has become. So.
Oh yeah.
It's time to retire. It's time to retire Google Chrome, and I don't know what the hell you use now.
So I'm sure you remember Google before they became Alphabet. Google's original not catchphrase, motto. The original motto was "Don't be evil." That was their actual corporate motto. And when they switched over to Alphabet, they removed the "Don't be evil" part. They actually stopped using that, and they started doing all this super shady stuff that everybody hates. So apparently they've embraced the evil and celery.
Who's the most scammy business that you work with, monthly? Like when you do business with them, it just feels like they're very scammy. They're completely legit, just like their business model is scammy as hell.
The U.S. government.
Well, yes. Yes, dude. Oh, ooh. So I got the last paycheck of 2025, right?
Okay.
And so I'm looking at it, just kind of see where I'm at for the year. The amount of money I paid between taxes and health insurance.
Yeah.
Would make a lot of people very uncomfortable.
I believe it.
One of those people is me. Because if you knew how much I make, you're like, oh man, you make a ton of money. And then when I tell you, well, I paid this before I get a single penny.
Right.
Then you're like, ooh, wait a minute. I might actually out earn you. And it is possible.
Yeah. Look, there are a lot of people talking about all the taxes they pay before they get a single dollar out of the paychecks. And then they started thinking, people threw tea into a harbor for a lot less.
Yeah, so I made a post. There was all the stuff with the Minnesota the Minnesota daycare scams.
Sure.
Going on.
I'm thinking of starting daycare. Look, people are making money.
There's legitimate money to be had, but that's if you're a schmuck. What you need to do is scam the U.S. government for millions and millions of dollars, because apparently nobody can ever be held accountable for it.
Nobody ever will.
Before we get way too political, my comment, this is not going to help that statement. I was like, hey, maybe because there was a judge that made some kind of a thing that let some people that got actually tried and convicted of fraud, and she just was like, nah, it's all good. Let him go.
Funny how that works, right?
And just overturned the judgment.
Yeah.
And I was like, that judge needs to be tried in the public square. And there was another person did something very similar, but basically they're trying to keep everything hidden. Okay. And my comment was, perhaps we should reach out to France to see if they have any stocks left over, like the stockades left over.
Right.
Or I don't know, perhaps some other equipment that could come in.
I mean, it's got to be sitting in a warehouse somewhere. That equipment, as you say, it's got to be sitting in a warehouse somewhere.
I'm saying a honing stone, a whetstone, and a little bit of lubricant. We could have this thing rack up and running in no time at all.
You're not the only one who's been thinking that. So we're getting really close to politics. How about some news?
Oh, We're about 6 feet into politics. All right. I do like news. Let's get over to news.
All right.
As
As soon as we
I've
start
got
talking about
my
guillotines, let's bring some news in.
I never said the word, thank you.
Sorry. Equipment.
I implied.
Fair enough. All right, let's see what we got for news here. And to start it off, because I knew you'd love this, David. One scientist says AI is showing signs of self-preservation, and humans should be ready to pull the plug, says a pioneer. Canadian computer scientist Joshua
a
Bengio,
Canadian pioneer, got it.
a Canadian pioneer, warns against granting legal rights to cutting-edge technology. Because there are, I'm sure you've seen the things, there are actually people who are advocating for different AI platforms to have human rights. That people are actually fighting for this. So this guy is saying maybe that's not such a good idea.
Hello, fair traveler.
And remember, this is coming from Canada.
This petition to give inanimate objects human rights.
Look, I never said it was sane.
And I'm not saying this guy earned his NPC badge, but
well, he's Canadian.
He did.
He's Canadian, so that's his pass.
Oh, it's funny. I know some Canadian. I know actually good. I would have never thought I'd have so many friends that are Canadian, but I love every one of them dearly. They are absolutely amazing people, but there are people that would look at me with this thing and go, "What a degen."
Right? Hilarious. So
Yes.
I thought I'd lead with that because I knew you'd love that one because you're big into AI these days.
Yeah. It's my thing. It's my passion. My passion.
All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, okay. Our alien overlord Zark Muckerberg threw $77 billion into the toilet on the metaverse, says economist Dean Baker. Then he asks if he's set to waste billions more on AI. So apparently, this Dean Baker does not think that Zark Muckerberg's metaverse was a good idea, spending $77 billion on it, that they just shut down. And by the way, that wasn't on our list later. I should have had that to our list.
They need to shut it down. They cut a huge amount. We talked about this a few weeks ago.
Right.
A huge amount of the budget for it, like 2/3, 70%. They cut it substantially.
They've cut it almost. They've cut it way more than that. It's almost completely gone now. Nobody's so. I was reading something not too long ago. The Meta's metaverse, at any given time, only has like 4,000 people on it globally.
Okay.
That's the average that you'll find on it at any given time. And that's going to fluctuate, globally as, time zones and whatnot. But
time zones, yeah.
To spend $77 billion on something like that, I mean, it's an interesting step. But
here's okay. So the metaverse, to me, what they have it as today, is a complete joke. Okay, first of all, we had this very similar technology with the PlayStation 3 or something like that, 20 some freaking years ago, or whenever it was.
Right.
Whenever that thing came out, and we had the Wii. We had the Wiiverse that you had your little avatars you could walk through.
And the funny thing is Meta's avatars, the graphics were no better than what you had on the Wii. They looked pretty similar.
Yeah, it's very weak. I'm not going to say he wasted $77 billion. I'm going to say he invested $77 billion. He hasn't. The time to get that return may not have come yet.
It may make a comeback. I'll tell you why it seemed like a good idea at the time and not such a good idea now. NFTs. Because when that launched, everybody thought that digital, there were actually companies selling digital real estate. Like you could actually buy server space of actual space on a virtual landscape where you could build a virtual house and hang all of your NFT stuff. And people thought this was a good investment. People spent millions of dollars on this. And only to find out, NFTs are, as we were saying the entire time, a scam. It's stupid. And, anybody can... If you buy digital...
It's very good if you wanted to launder money.
Very good if you wanted to launder money. There are some politicians who made politicians' sons who made lots of money on that. But the anybody who actually bought digital real estate, hopefully they eventually realized it's meaningless. They've apparently never played video games. They don't realize somebody can just turn on and off these servers at any time, and your real estate isn't real estate. It's literally just
fake estate.
It's ones and zeros that can be turned on and off. That's it. So the metaverse is really no different. It's essentially, like you said, the same thing as the PlayStation 3's waiting room or the Wii universe thingy they had. It's just a chat room with
and at
avatars.
least in the PlayStation, at least in a PlayStation, we had that. I knew who was banging my mom last night because I mean, Call of Duty. That's what all those kids were doing. Like, I banged your mom last night, right?
That's funny. Well, so I always think of like
back before there were community standards and shit. We had fun on these games.
Well, also, anybody who's like all the nerds had to have known this because any nerd who's played any MMORPG, the massively multiplayer online role playing game, like ever.
I was going to say you're gonna have to extrapolate on that because you just mumbled a bunch of words. It's like my wife's going to come busting the door. Like, what the hell did he just say?
Right. So basically, like a big online video game where just thousands and thousands, even millions of people can be on a server at any given time. And just walk around, interact with each other, go fight monsters, and they can build, their own sort of world within this world. Hopefully, everybody who played these types of games realized the entire metaverse was actually a worse version of what they had been doing for years already. It's $77 billion was not a good investment for an EverQuest knockoff with terrible graphics. Like,
there's a lot of back-end equipment that went into this, and a lot of back-end stuff that went into this.
And they probably invented a lot of new technology for stuff that didn't need to be invented, though.
Agreed. Yet.
All right.
I would look for this as we may be gone, but I'm just playing the devil's advocate. That's it.
Sure, I know where you're coming from. But again, I don't think you've played enough.
Ready Player 2, Ready Player. Wait. Ready Player 1 was that was not real.
Right.
We're not going to do that.
It's not well because here's the problem with it, right? As long as one company owns this sort of interface, the metaverse owned by Meta, it's Meta's product. It's Meta's environment. There are other companies that will have their own, and other companies that have their own. Now, Ready Player 1 would be cool if all of the companies would come together and play nicely, and everybody could share in this IP multiverse. That's never going to happen.
So I was thinking more along the lines of, and this is terrible, my wife's going to love this reference, but the Wreck-It Ralph through the plugs and the surge arresters, where they could go in there.
It's a cool idea.
Their hub to get to other things.
It's a cool idea, but until all these different tech companies can play on the same platform, never going to happen.
Yeah.
Never going to happen.
Seriously. Yeah. I mean, we have the technology to do it today.
We have the technology.
The will to do.
Right. We had the technology 20 years ago.
We had the technology 20 years ago. We don't have the will to do it. And then how are you going to divvy up the profits? And that's all they want to do. And then, of course, you got the voice in the back. How can we make it more efficient?
Exactly.
Well, it's not real, so that's pretty damn efficient.
Exactly. So I think anybody who thinks that there is still a future in this, there's a couple things that killed it. One is people realized it was, it's phantom. It's phantomware. It doesn't really mean anything. And if you go and play an MMORPG, massively multiplayer online role-playing game, you'll realize, it's already here. I can already do this on a much better platform. Anybody can build one of these at any time. Also, you look at new AI platforms that have generative landscapes that, the next generation of video games will be completely generative. Every time you play a game, it'll be completely unique with new conversations, with new characters that weren't developed by developers. The NPCs will actually be smarter and interactive, unlike in the real world. So I think there's a lot of problems. Go ahead.
Is it Rowan? Rowan? I don't know if it's him because it always reminds me of him. The girl that was with Amelia Pond out of Doctor Who, and
Rory?
They've got it. It's Rory, and I think it's him because it looks extremely familiar.
Okay. What are you talking about?
I don't know where to get to. But anyway, there's a video. There's little short clip videos on the Instagrams and Facebooks or whatnot that talks about these non-player characters and all this. And one of them was they're a game developer, and the developer comes in and goes, "Oh, hey, I've been working in the back end, and there was one comment that the skin tone needed to be more real."
Okay.
So he went and developed, figured out how photosynthesis worked down to a cellular level, and then the mitochondria. And then when anybody says mitochondria, what's the immediate words that follow?
The powerhouse of the cell.
Just a powerhouse of the cell, right? So he basically reworked the full DNA, and a couple of the NPCs became sentient.
Okay.
But the game, they were like, is that a screenshot? That's a great screenshot. What does it look like in real play? He goes, oh, this is real play. And then it instantly turns this way because it's so much data usage that even a simple move of somebody turning their head takes up so much bandwidth, which is why I know we're not living in a simulation.
Well, there are actually a lot of problems with that. I think you can tell that was written by somebody who doesn't really understand computers, because we are, in fact, living in a simulation. Because anybody who understands how video games work, you don't, when you look into the distance, all that stuff in the distance, the cities, the mountains, the clouds, that's not fully rendered. You can't walk up and touch that. It looks like it from a very specific perspective from the camera's angle, and it's in the distance. Now, as you walk closer, it can generate these things and bring them closer, but it doesn't have to render all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's JIT.
So that's on the macro scale, but also on the micro scale. Guess what? It doesn't need to render every single molecule of every single particle of every single piece of DNA of every single atom. It doesn't need to do that until you look for it. The double slit experiment told us that.
But you need to know what needs to be rendered.
You need to know generally what needs to be rendered. You need to know what is expected to be seen. So look, I show you.
We're not
this.
living in
I show you.
We're not living in a simulation. I show you this.
David, I show you this glass. If this is being rendered, if this is being rendered to you, it doesn't need to render the ice cubes. It doesn't need to render the water. It doesn't even need to render the back of the cup. It renders the part that you see. That's it.
But it has to know my perspective.
That's
where
easy.
I'm looking at.
That's easy.
It
can do that. Yes, it can do that right now. Video games do that right now all the time.
It's not easy.
Your cell phone.
Just in time.
Video games do it
but
on
it looks
right
like
now.
it looks like a video game. Anyway, moving on past this, Mark Zuckerberg spent $77 billion to prove that we did not live in a simulation.
Well, he proved that Zark Zuckerberg proved that he can't make a good simulation. However, the alien overlords who built our simulation can absolutely do it very, very well, because David can't even tell the difference. All right, so next piece of news. Let's see what else we got going on here. This is another one. This is a good one. So China is quietly starting to build a mega powerful AI supercomputer in space. So maybe they're going to build a. Well, so they kind of are. Essentially, what's happening is they're building this supercomputer in space. One of the functions will be AI functionality. Primarily, the reason they're doing it, though, they claim the reason they're doing it is because it's easier to keep the components cool and stable in a low gravity environment. More than likely, it's not going to be a very good AI. It's probably going to be either a cheap ChatGPT knockoff or a bunch of Chinese guys up there typing away as people ask it questions. But it's probably going to be used.
We're going to have a terrestrial. Go ahead.
But it's probably going to be used for spying, frankly, is what it comes down to. It's not going to be the end of the world, but it's going to be interesting to see what they claim it can do.
We're using DJI microphones. I mean, you don't think all of this stuff's being sent immediately to a Chinese server?
Well, our iPhones.
I mean, they just banned the sale of the drones over here, the iPhones. I mean, all of it.
It's all connected. It's all connected. But look, if they can put these DJI batteries, microphone batteries, in a cell phone, you'd never have to charge your cell phone again. I'm telling you, these batteries are amazing. So, Chinese government, I know you're listening.
I've got mine fully charged up.
Yeah.
Yes. Chinese government, I know you're listening. All your stuff is fake and cheap. Please do better.
You're never allowed in China again, David.
I wasn't looking for an invite.
All right, next piece of news.
Oh no, Dave, you can't go to Afghanistan. Oh darn, that was on my summertime trip.
Here's a good one. Maybe you can get behind this one. Woman sues IRS to have pets classified as dependents. I don't think it's a bad idea. Look, pet care can be expensive.
Actually, you could make a case for it. You could make a legal and precedent if you have a service animal.
Sure. I don't think
if you have a service animal.
Yeah.
That animal, I think that could be. I think you have a legal precedent you could set.
Right.
To claim that as a dependent.
Right. I don't think the service animal part is part of her argument, but you're totally right. Because look,
understand that she's going to lose, but she needs to start. If you want to do this, you need to start, okay? Because the worst thing in the world to set is a precedent, okay? So what you've got to do is you can't go for the whole banana, right? You got to cut the banana up. That's a terrible metaphor, David. Jesus, Mary, Joseph.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you're going.
Don't go for the whole tamale, all right? You got to cut the tamale. You got to cut the tamale up. So
that makes just as much sense as the banana. Okay, go ahead.
If you
tamale, banana, celery. You don't want to take the whole celery.
It's supposed to be a little less gay than saying take the whole banana. That's it.
Fair enough.
That's all. So the whole tamale. Anyway, as we were saying so eloquently, the idea is you've got to set a precedent, something that can be used to further. You could be the person that does both of them, although I wouldn't recommend that. You can set that precedent, and you're going to have a much easier battle to get classified for IRS tax deductions. Now, it won't be a child tax deduction. It would be a animal dependent or pet. I wouldn't say pet. I would say service animal dependent classification. But now you've got something that can set it. Now you can have it from dependent service animals, from seeing eye dogs, even to what is it that the people use, the cuddle dogs? I don't know what they call them anymore. We'll try not to offend anybody. But when people can't take it, they're like they get real stressed, anxiety.
Oh, like an emotional support animal.
That's it. That's the words I'm looking for. That's it. Because my mind don't work like that anyway. The emotional support dogs. It's support dog. So that you get one, you get two, and then you might be able to move in 3 stages. So in stages you can get your tamale, but going for the whole tamale in one, you're going to get shot down. There's no precedent you're going to be able to. There's no precedent you're going to be able to draw against, and it's Sisyphus rolling the boulder all the way uphill versus Sisyphus rolling it 3 feet, 5 feet, 7 feet. If anybody caught those numbers from, say hi to me afterwards.
Fair enough. All right, so
it's 357. It's the winding staircase. Come on, man.
Oh, okay. There you go. I thought you were.
You didn't even catch it.
I didn't even catch it. Knowing you, I assumed you were going for some of the lower prime numbers, but I was overthinking it, I guess. But so we've had our dog's ACLs, both of my dog's ACLs replaced, and I can tell you it's expensive. So if we could write off that dog as dependent, that would come in pretty handy.
It would, and if you ever want to do that, you don't try to get all pets classified.
You start with service animals, right? It's slippery. I think a slippery slope would have been a better analogy than celeries and bananas and tamales.
Tamales, man, tamales. Yeah. It was forget the celery. The celery is for your colon.
Well, and that's my point, though. You don't want to shove the whole celery stick right up there. You got to ease it in.
Around the edge, like a gentleman.
You just gotta give it one of the little circles and just get it primed before you can get it in. You need to set the precedent for celery being in places where celery shouldn't be, like a nice toothbrush.
Have you ever seen the Jim Carrey movie Me, Myself, and Irene?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I know the scene you're talking about.
I wasn't going to shove the whole thing in there. I was going to ease it in like a gentleman. The amount of times that my wife and I used that exact comment all the time.
I don't think Nikki wants you sharing these personal quotes that you guys have together.
Well, it has nothing. We could be washing dishes. We could be putting away the carpet cleaner. We could be outside working in the lawn. It doesn't matter. Like, oh, here, put the sticks and all the stuff from shrubbery cleaning and whatnot out there into the bag. I wasn't going to just jam it in. I was going to ease it in, and it won't. No, I won't have to say the word. She'll look at me and be like a gentleman.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. A little bit more news. So
okay, great, good job, woman. Good job, woman. And I'm gonna call you that because that's all that's here.
Woman.
You're gonna lose. You are an NPC, and
yes.
But you could ignite somebody else to do something. Now, I don't want this because I don't want to have dependents, because I also don't want to be taxed on income, because income tax is a violation of the federal law. Because
it is. We should not have dependents. We should be taxed. Right.
Yes, because any tax that can be collected, which is allowed under the Constitution, is for the common welfare.
Right.
And what they're doing with my tax dollars is not for the common welfare.
There's a lot of people saying that right now. There are a lot of people pretty upset about the taxes we're paying right now. So
it's let the other countries pay my taxes. I'm done. I hate it. I don't want dependents. I just don't want to be taxed.
There you go.
I'm gonna go to Boston and throw some tea in the harbor.
That is long overdue. So next piece of news.
I'm gonna go to Boston. I'm gonna throw some politicians in the harbor.
That is also long overdue.
Yes. Okay. What do we got?
All right. So here's a good one. So this is one that I don't think I don't know where you're going to go. I don't think if you're going to agree with this or not. A third state that lies beyond the boundaries of life and death have been discovered.
Your friend here, he's not all the way dead. He's only mostly dead.
No, so
mostly dead.
Okay, so this one I wasn't quite sure what to think when I first read this. And this is apparently like a real thing that scientists are working on. So apparently, when an organism dies, certain cells, like in a human, it's the lung cells. In a frog, it's actually most of the frog cells. Different types of cells. After the organism dies, the main organism dies, if certain cells are supplied energy and oxygen, these cells will continue to not only multiply, but actually take on new functions as independent organisms separate from the main original organism. So, for instance, human lung cells, they've done this, will actually start moving around on their own. They'll actually grow flagellae to move around, little hairs that single-celled organisms use to float around. It'll actually grow flagellae to move around on its own. It will organize with other living lung cells to form multicellular new life forms that will stay alive as long as they are continuously fed with an oxygen and energy supply. It's actually pretty amazing. What do they call the human ones? I forget what they call them. But the two scientists have been working for years to try and prove this. They actually proved it, and they're actually getting real recognition for living cells continuing to live and take on new functions after the main organism died.
Interesting.
I mean, I thought it was kind of cool.
My Princess Bride reference of mostly dead.
Right.
He's not alive. He's not dead. He's only mostly dead. And I'm going to stick with that. And to blave, you means to fake, to lie, to cheat. So, do we really want a guy back that's going to blave? No, we don't.
Yeah, so I just thought it was kind of cool, kind of interesting. I don't think even these scientists know what they're going to do with this information yet. They're still trying to discover why this even happens. What causes this to happen? Why would this even be a biological feature that would take place? But it's an interesting fact that this is happening. So there you go.
Have you ever seen the Walking? I hate to say it like
Dead?
this. It looks like one of the
Walking Dead?
No.
Zombies?
The walking, it's part of our body, the neurons, and it's carrying basically a molecule of dopamine or
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
something. And
It's like
and it
it actually
moves.
moves along the strands of DNA.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
What is that? That is the
yes. I can't
You
think
asked me
of
too fast. I
my
can't think of it
mind.
either.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, it came out of nowhere on me. I was not prepared to have this level of discussion, and I'm two relatively large pours of whiskeys in.
There you go.
But something in that line. I mean, when you talk about the complexity that is us,
Yeah.
what can happen? I'm curious even more of what happens in the stomach and intestines because the next most powerful like neuron receptors and uh, items that could be part of an
Yeah.
intelligence to you is in that part of your body.
Oh yeah.
So
So yeah, the
I'd
neurons
actually be more curious what's happening there.
you actually have just as many neurons in your gut as you do in your brain, active neurons. And there are some scientists who believe that consciousness isn't
Is
just
your
it
second
doesn't
brain.
just reside in your brain tissue. It actually resides in different parts of your body in different ways. So it's there's a lot of really interesting things happening with biology right now.
Yeah.
More than just shoving celery up your ass.
But that's the one we're going to come back to.
That's what we're going to come back to.
Yep. That's the next name. NASA. The next time you need a name for a probe to Uranus, you're going to call it celery.
So, exactly. It's like a toothbrush for your colon. It's great.
Toothbrush for Uranus.
Toothbrush for Uranus. That's a good one. No, I'm gonna get that ad, David. I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt, and that's gonna be our next Underdog Journey T-shirt.
Yeah. Hey, we have a website that I don't even Leaf and something or other. I don't know.
I don't even remember what it is. It's probably still.
I don't remember what it was.
We haven't talked about it in forever though. Leaf. I don't even remember. I'll have to look at.
I know. I got rid of a lot. I did put one of my websites up for sale for some astronomical number.
Yeah.
Just to see what would happen.
Any takers yet?
To date, nothing. It's only been a couple weeks, so
Fair
nothing
enough.
yet.
Fair enough.
But somebody asked me the other day, "Is like, have you ever sold any?" Matt asked me a couple weeks ago about that. Have you ever sold any and made any real money on them? I mean, real money, yes, as in it's actually tangible, but like real money, as in like I got paid. No,
right.
So
not yet. It happens though. It happens.
Third state lies between life and death.
All right, one more piece of news.
Yeah.
One more piece of news.
Yeah.
Let's see. There we go. And this ad is taking up the whole. Look, this ad is taking the whole page. An engineer says he's found a way to overcome Earth's gravity.
It's called a fucking magnet, dude. We've been doing it for years. Well, you can literally, there's a big magnet where you put the hole in the middle of it, you put the frog in, and the frog will float. You can look at it, floating frog magnet. You can look it up on YouTube. You can watch it.
So what? Okay.
What's your take?
I think the take that you're thinking of is not what they told you it was. That's not
it's overcoming gravity.
That's not true.
David. I overcome gravity every time I jump. I overcome gravity.
And this is
okay.
Occasionally, David gets overcome gravity. He just wants to shit on everybody else's idea because he's smarter than everybody else in the universe. So I hesitate to bring up articles like this sometimes. But yeah, so some scientists who are not as smart as David said they could do something that David says he's already doing with frogs or something. So that's gravity in a nutshell.
No.
So we do have a main topic.
Go back up because go back up because there's something very important on this. And no, I'm not saying I did it. There was a big fucking experiment. I don't know, 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Yeah,
this huge magnet, and in the middle of the magnet, they got the donut hole part of the magnet.
Yeah,
you could put a frog in there. Now they didn't have anything other. It was just a frog. They put a frog in there, and it just kind of hovers around in 0G because it overcame it. But I'm going to look here, and it says discovery machine that could somehow Palpatine's back.
Somehow Palpatine
produce thrust without releasing propellant. Now,
and that's how you know it's bullshit.
That is called the iDrive. You know why we call it the iDrive? Because mathematically it works if you use an imaginary number.
Right.
Which I believe the imaginary number was -0. You had to use the imaginary number of -0 in order to do this. So
right, exactly.
If you do that, then yes, the math works.
So the math is perfectly fine as long as you're using made up numbers. You know, so in the end, it kind of works. It's not as impressive as frog floating on a magnet.
Somebody else's idea. I know that was cool. That was cool. I was just mainly who wrote the article. That's my main thing. That was my main thing. It was like the title of the thing was like overcoming Earth's gravity. Like we do it every freaking day. I fly all the time.
Well, that's not overcoming gravity. That's aerodynamics. But Darren Orff is the Orff. That's how you know he's an alien. Darren Orff is the author of this. ORF.
Darren of the planet Orff.
Yeah.
It's a 3-minute read.
Darren Alf.
Oh, I do like that.
So it is actually called the Impossible Drive. So you're actually right there. So it's the Impossible Drive. So as long as you're using make-believe numbers, it totally works. And you can overcome Earth's gravity. Good to know.
British electrical engineer. The people who brought you the Jaguar and all of its electrical component failures. The British electrical engineers.
Well, there you go. So apparently Tata's is going to come out and build this into the next EV.
Oh, yeah, it's impossible. Yeah, it's impossible for them to make a valuable vehicle now. So, EM drive, known as the EM drive, yes, which is what we call the iDrive because it's iDrive because we use the imaginary. They're calling it impossible, but you could take that I and it works out either way.
Well, on a similar note, though, there was another article. I should have pulled it. I didn't. I was reading another article about somebody who claims that they have taken the first steps in creating a real Alcubierre drive. And for those who don't know, who aren't gigantic nerds, that is an actual warp drive.
Yeah, me neither.
Star Trek warp drive.
Oh.
So people are working on it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, I hope so. So I got into a pretty, I don't want to say heated because it's ChatGPT, so it can't be all that heated, right? It is arguing with me. I'm watching Stranger Things, right?
Only you would get an argument with AI. Okay.
Matt does too, but he's just trying to get it to take its clothes off.
Exactly.
So I'm watching. I almost said Alien Ant Farm, but no, I'm watching Stranger Things, and it shifts gears in this last season that if you guys haven't watched it, I don't care about spoilers. You should have already watched it. It shifts gears from this fantasy upside down thing to a scientific theory with a wormhole connection to another spot in space-time, right?
Okay.
And there's some other things. There's a little bit of Mystic Force still involved in that bubble, but for the most part, it kind of shifts the whole upside down and a lot of other things over to a wormhole connection. It does a very poor job of explaining why there's an upside down on this planet. But anyway,
yeah, you can tell they're not scientists who wrote that. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, wait a minute. I am a hardcore, like your warp drive. I am quantum drive, right? Because in my mind, the way I picture this is if I've got an entangled particle here and then 20 trillion light years away, which doesn't even exist at this point, particle here. If I move one, it can move the other instantaneously. People think of that as a communications path that can work instantaneous across, huge, vast trillions of light years, billions of light years, because there's not trillions yet, but trillions of light years. I mean, you could do it. It's instantaneous. And it doesn't just stop at the distance. It can be in different times as well, which I won't go into too much detail on that. But anyway, if there's a connection from here to here, in my brain, I'm like, on a quantum level, there's a pathway there is a wormhole that connects directly from this to this. There is a pathway. There is a tunnel from this to this. There has to be some kind of something that is there that's making these communicate instantaneous.
Okay.
They have to be connected.
I mean, my theories don't line up with that, but go ahead.
So I'm in an argument with ChatGPT. He's like, no, you can do communication with it. I'm like, no, look here. I want you to throw all this crap that you've been fed out the window and look at it from basic building blocks as to how this thing if this does this and that does that, what does that mean? And I started rebuilding it up and arguing with freaking ChatGPT to get it to override all of its traditional physics that it's been taught that are incorrect.
Okay. It sounds like actually kind of a fun afternoon.
Yeah, it was just I had a blast.
So in singular space-time theory, you don't need the wormhole. It's completely irrelevant because space-time is singular. Space is in fact an illusion of our three-dimensional minds. So
if you're going to say stuff like that, you got to say it with a Jordan Peterson voice.
Yeah, I can't do the Canadian accent.
Construct made up.
I can't. It's basically a limitation of our three-dimensional minds. But arguing with an AI does actually sound kind of like a fun way to spend an afternoon.
It's a great time to spend it. It's a great way to spend it. I mean, I don't argue it about stupid stuff, but groundbreaking, revolutionary physics theories, I absolutely will.
There you go. So, David, are you aware of all the amazing technology we lost in 2025?
I was not aware of some of the stuff you had on the list.
Did you read the list? Some of it actually surprised me. I'm like, whoa, that was even a thing still?
Yeah.
It surprised me.
So one of them, we have a friend who he was I'll go acquaintance. He was Grandmaster Masons of Ohio how many years ago. And he worked for this company, and I knew that he had managed like the last remnants of certain services.
Yeah, you're right. He did. Did he still work for that company?
Well, I don't know.
I think he might still work for that company. Yeah.
I think he still works for that company, but is he still doing the same thing? Because I think this might have been part of what they sunset. So let's dig into the list and let's see if any of these shock any of the viewers.
All right.
What they got rid of was the dollar dance. The dollar dance at the strip club is now up to $2.
Inflation.
That's 100% inflation.
And when you're speaking about inflation in a strip club, I mean, that's some serious inflation.
That is massive inflation.
I mean, it's like priapism to the next level. It's just if it inflates too long for more than 4 hours, consult a doctor. Inflation is it's out of control.
Yes, so absolutely out of control. I took that joke so that you had time to set up your side over there.
Oh, got it. No, it was already here.
All right, you're good to go then.
It's already here. All right, so there was actually some real interesting technology that was lost in 2025 that I think would actually, shock or at least annoy some people that it's kind of gone now, or even that it still existed. The first one is the iPhone's home button. People didn't realize that was even still around. The iPhone's home button. So in 2025 February, can't even figure out how to say it. My brain is completely pooping out of me now. Apple launched the iPhone 16. And when that happened, they stopped selling the iPhone SE, which was the very last phone they had that had the home button. So in February, iPhone officially killed the home button. Now it's just a big screen, probably the way it should have always been. But I don't know, I kind of like the home button.
Okay, well, I don't want to be contrary here. I'm literally not doing this.
Oh, now you don't want to be contrary? We're speaking since 9 o'clock. Now, of all times, you don't want to be contrary? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't want to be contrary, but that's one of the main reasons I say all the time, if you want me to use, you have to pay me to use iPhone. The company I work for pays me, provides me the phone, and they ask me to answer it. That's all I do. If you looked at my phone, you're like, hey, I want to play a game. There's no games. Actually, there's no games on any of my phones. I don't have time for games. If you want to argue with ChatGPT, you can on any of my phones, though. Not my work phone, though. And the main thing for me was like, there's a button that when I hit this button, it always takes me all the way back to the home screen.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've got to go through, oh shit, what app was I in? I got to find the app, and I got to like this thing, that page. Now I want to go back one page from it.
Right.
Where on Android, now there's a difference. If you have core Android, it's on the left. If you have Samsung's user interface, it's on the right. But on every single screen, there's a back button. Right. It doesn't matter what app you're in. It doesn't matter what web page you're on. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you're doing. That is back.
Right.
Not home, just back. If you want to go home, there's another button you can hit to hit home, but you can go back.
Sure.
And that's one of my major concerns, because I get so frustrated. I'm like, wait a minute. I just took 15 minutes to try to find this setting, and I actually hit the wrong button because I thought I was going to go back. Now I'm at the home screen, and now I got another 15 minutes to go find this damn setting. Throw it down. Like it, it's not worth my time.
Yep. So
the SE, now the SE now was modeled after one of the pre iPhone X phones.
I don't know. I'm not sure what that was modeled after. I never used the SE, but it was basic. Yeah, it was basically an older model that they continued, selling.
Because the housing. Well, it not only had a lower price point, it had a familiar footprint.
Mm-hmm.
Its layout was the same. So cases, adapters, screen protectors, all these things fit from that phone, and they kept carrying it forward.
Yeah.
So I would say, hey, iPhone, you need an SE2.
But they don't want to do that because they want to sell you all the little doodads, all the dongles and the new cases and the new covers, and it's a scam. It's all a scam. We all know it, but there's nothing we can do about it. That's the problem.
We need to take a strong stance against planned obsolescence.
There's definitely some of that on this list.
All right.
There's some of that on this
list. With your list.
All right. So the next one is one that you and I talked about quite a lot. We did a whole show on this. We talked about it on a couple shows. Is the Humane AI pen. So also in February.
I never got mine. I did sign up for a reservation for it. It never got fulfilled.
Well, you're probably lucky because they were selling these things for about $700 a piece, and apparently the AI was not super great. They were prone to overheating, and for a lot of the extra features that weren't just talking to the thing, you had to use like hand gestures. It was like watching your hands, and like if you wanted to see like the time, you had to like put your hand out and like it would like show the time on your hand, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now you actually had some really good use cases for this. If they had planned it more appropriately, it would probably still be around in a very useful function right now. I think it would still be around.
Yeah, very useful. Yeah, very useful, very niche market. Kyocera, I think, may own that market right now.
I don't know Kyocera. Okay.
Kyocera maybe. Kyocera, I think is it Kyocera?
Hold
on a second.
Are they making AI peripherals? Is Kyocera making AI peripherals?
I don't know if they're making that. So I'm trying to see who this is.
All right. I'm trying to keep us from dead air while you look that up online.
Yeah, I know. Hill-Rom is one of the big ones, but I thought Kyocera makes a big one. And it was basically, I'm not going to look anymore. Yeah. But, the little neck, if you go to the hospital anywhere and they've got the little thing around their neck and they talk to it, like, hey, page this person, page that person. You could literally, for charting, which is something, doctors hate, but it has to be done.
Right.
If you had a full chart of every interaction, so they walk in and you're like, I'm with patient David M. Leffingwell, birth date, this thing done, number BR549.
Yeah.
And every person who talks to me registers that, or even just a scanner, beep, and they're scanned in on it. Now their whole conversations are logged with me.
Right.
and everything is there. So a complete transcript, AI can pull out the pertinent data of it.
Yeah.
The transcript stays whole, so you can review the entirety of the transcript, but AI gets a chance to look at it and go over it, pull it. It would be wonderful.
Well, I
Wonderful.
was thinking
I
about
mean,
the
you
same thing. That you mentioned this for hospitals. It'd be ideal for doctors and nurses. It could be also be used for police, for military.
yeah, yeah,
Police right now they wear body cams. Guess what? This could take the place of a body cam. It could record the whole thing. It could transcribe
yeah,
all of the audio taken. Going back to doctors or even people serving in military positions, it will do the same thing. It can transcribe conversations since it has a camera on it. While doctors are writing down on their charts, if they do want to write stuff and not speak out loud to this thing, it can still see what the person's writing and transcribe what they're writing. Or you could possibly pair it with a smart pen, and it could transcribe
yeah.
everything they're writing
There
onto
you
a
go. Pen it,
control chart.
pair it with part pen. Think about it with police though. Let's say instead of just a single camera up front, we have a camera up front, a camera in the back that kind of do 180, 180, so you have a
Mm-hmm.
full view. So if an officer's taking care of something and somebody's looking, somebody's sneaking around, the AI can detect, hey, we have motion behind you at
Mm-hmm.
2 o'clock. Um, if they take another step forward to you, I'm going to let you know. So it's
Well,
like having a
yeah,
person to back you up all the time. Somebody's
yeah.
watching your back all the time. It'd be
And since it's
great. I think
also
the officers would love it.
and since it's also AI driven, they wouldn't have to get on a walkie-talkie or radio and call somebody. They would literally just speak. It would
Yeah.
understand the command and it would
Yeah.
automatically call somebody.
Hey, yeah. Hey, there's a couple other people that's joining in. There's now 4 people. Do you want me to call in backup? Yes, absolutely. Call for
Or
backup.
or the officer just says call backup and it automatically calls backup.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think there was a lot of use cases for this. I think they really failed, especially the launch video. That was pretty comical.
The launch video. Oh my Lord.
Wasn't that funny?
Was brutal. We watched the whole launch video. We watched the whole, for people who don't, I'm not recommending you go back and watch every of the, I don't even know how many episodes we have, but it's a lot.
We're a lot right now.
Yeah, we're a lot.
287.
It's
287.
287. 280 a lot. 287 episodes. The watch video, we watched the entire thing. And at the beginning of it, you didn't know what they were launching.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of it,
mm-hmm.
you still didn't know what they were actually
You still didn't know what it was.
It was terrible.
It was rough, man.
Absolutely terrible.
So apparently, they closed down shop in February. They stopped, operations of all the devices. People who spent $700 on them, sorry. But HP actually bought the IP, so maybe it'll make a comeback. We'll see.
Oh yeah, they're going to integrate it in their printers and make them suckier. Even, yeah.
Right. Oh, I can't tell you how much I hate printers and the interfaces and the buying new ink. It's genuinely the worst. I think all of these printer companies, they deserve the guillotine. Let's have a call back to that. All right. So
yeah. So I've got my laser printer upstairs. I need to bring down here because I've probably got 1,000 pages to print out for my book. And I've got to get it down to around 300 pages, 250 pages, actually down to between 150 200 would be perfect.
Okay.
People do not pick up business books that have 1,000 fucking pages to it.
No, they don't.
They don't.
They don't.
So I've got to get rid of a lot of stuff that's in there that
you should actually hire an editor. Support. You should hire an editor to look at this and tell you what should be pared down. You need a you need a second pair of eyes. You need a third party to tell you, because you have a lot of great ideas. You've told me a lot of the stuff that's going to be in the book, but I feel like you might be too close to it. You know how you've been working on something for so long.
You always have to.
You're too close to it.
Yeah, you have to. So I want to whittle it down. I mean, it's not like I'm going to delete and they'll never have access to stuff. I'm going to whittle it down, and then the plan is to get a editor to review and say, all right, what needs to be put in, what needs to be taken out.
Right.
This is the purpose of the book. Read. So I've got like 1,000 pages worth of
That's
crap.
a serious book, man.
And I'm in. There's a lot more that I've got to write still for it.
Yeah.
And that's what this was. It allows me to, because it's much smaller footprint. My new MacBook, it's much smaller footprint. It allows me to work in a lot more places. So that's, so the book should be done. I'm hoping to have my version of it ready to go to a editor for somebody to review.
Oh, cool.
And hopefully by mid-year, I'd say.
Yeah.
And I'm being very generous and lenient with myself because I still do have my full-time job.
You still have stuff to do. Yeah, I get it. Are you planning on self-publishing or actually going through a print house?
If I can, I'll float the idea through, and if I can get that, because I've got the second book mentally ready to go, and most of the stuff I'm kind of filtering out of the book is going to be that second book. So my idea, again, from a business standpoint, because this podcast is supposed to be about business, is I want to lure them with a 2-book deal, possibly a third book. But I don't have a lot of material for a third book, which I say that I could literally come up with one by the end of the night and probably have it done in 6 months. But
sure.
But I want to get something that's powerful, and if nobody likes it, I'll still I'll self-publish.
I'll buy a book. I'll buy a copy.
But it's gonna be gold. Anybody wants to run a business, you should absolutely do that. It's gonna be absolutely amazing, because it's going to fly in the face. My goal is to get people like the business instructors, places that historically are known for producing excellent businessmen, Ithaca College, Cornell, Harvard, some people that have some big names out there in the industry, in the world, to get them to say, all right, look, you guys have been teaching outdated stuff from the fucking 60s and 70s. Everybody's coming over here with these new ideas and stuff. Here's the book that's going to help you correct, and then have it as a supplement. And say, hey, this is your textbook, but now we're going to also require you to buy this, and give Dave money.
that's the ultimate idea.
I'm not here for practice. I'm not here for practice. That's.
I'm with you. I'm not disagreeing.
This is okay. We had somebody last week. I was at that said, I think they did something with dialysis. Maybe, I don't know. I need to go back and look at the chat from last week, because I just got in my head over this past week, and I was like, how could we help somebody with, I think he had like 11 or 15 dialysis sites. And how would you expand business? How would you grow that business? And in my head, I'm going, well, the first thing we got to do is look at the geographic. Like, who's he serving? How dense is the service? And then what are the bolt-ons, the value adds? We both have to drink for 2 of those now. Dead air. I love it. Anyway, what are the bolt-ons you would do for that? So as soon as I get to contact with it, was Richie. That was Richie Slack, wasn't it? I think so.
Probably.
To review you, are you okay if I review this and kind of do some research into these businesses? But I think there is ways to expand on that business. And of course, me, the worms get in the brain and they don't stop. But yeah,
I know that. Yeah.
So, but basically try to pull the business part of the podcast back to business sometimes. Wow, we are 7 miles off track.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure where that came from or where it was going, but yeah. So number 3 on the list. I will buy the book when it comes out, though. Number 3 on the list is, speaking of books, Amazon. Did anybody even realize Amazon had an app store? Well, they don't anymore. So that was an interesting piece of technology that we lost this year. We also lost the Amazon Coins program. So Amazon Coins were basically...
I knew about the book.
Go ahead.
I knew about the App Store. I didn't know about the coins.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're going to... what's the X word I'm looking about? What's the X word I'm thinking about?
Expound?
Expound, that's it.
Explain? Yeah.
I could not get exfoliate out of my brain.
We all need clear skin. Nobody wants clogged pores.
I'm like, That's not it. My pores are looking gorgeous. I don't think he needs to exfoliate. What
Neutrogena was
is
one of the
this word,
technologies you
David?
lost this year. It's
Yes,
yeah.
the Neutrogena T gel. But yeah, anyway, sorry about that. My brain had a momentary pause on words expound upon the coins because I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's how my brain works most of the time, which is that it doesn't. Um, so I'm used to it. But the Amazon coins it was basically Amazon's way of kind of stealing money away from the Google Play Store. So anybody who played video games on through the Google Play, so you could buy Google Play money that you could spend in different app stores to get downloadable content for your games, to buy extra stuff for your games. You could buy this. You could buy them through the Google Play Store. Well, Amazon would actually undercut Google. They would sell their Amazon coins for less than Google would sell their virtual coins for, and you could buy the same product for less money through Amazon with these coins versus going through Google. Um, so anybody who wanted to buy cheaper, Minecraft things, do kids still play Minecraft? You're out of luck because the Apple coin or the Amazon coin is no longer around. Did that make sense the way I explained it? I don't think it did, but if you play video games, it kind of did.
It did. It did. It's V-Bucks. It's
Basically,
V-Bucks.
it's virtual. It's virtual money
I
that you
don't.
buy to buy other stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if your kids. I don't think your kids are at that age yet when
Mm-mm.
they want to pay real money for fake things. But
NFTs,
my
you mean?
kids, essentially, I need this
Yeah.
new skin for this video game that's
Right.
terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's garbage. Don't ever do that.
No. Yeah.
I need this Taco Bell skin, bro. Like,
Right. Yeah. This
what?
this YouTuber I need this Mr. Beast skin that everybody's gonna hate in a week, but I need it right now because it's popular right now.
Yeah, it's popular right now.
Yeah.
Like, or you can wait a week and be like, I knew it was going to fad, and play it
Exactly.
off all cool. Yeah. So Noah got a little bit of that stuff, but I tend to stay away with it. What would you think? What would you think if Google, because it is substantial than Amazon. What would you think if Google opened up a direct to public store?
Like
Google
selling
Shop,
actual
right?
products.
Google Shop. So yeah, actual products. So you would go to Amazon.com, you see all this list, but you go
Sure.
to if you went to Google, you can Google anything and then just have a little window over here. You can buy this on Google Shop. You can buy this on Google Shop. You can buy this on Google Shop.
Yeah.
And in its because everybody searches for stuff. So instead of going to Amazon when people are like, "Hey, I need a tiara to look like a 1930s what were the girls called back then? Flapper, a 1930s flapper girl.
Right.
Um, Instead of sending them to Amazon, you send the first 3 or 4 or 5 of them as non-sponsored because nobody clicks on the sponsored shit, by the way. We all scroll past that because we know that's paid for. But if you give your first 5 things like, oh, this thing, this thing, this thing, and it all goes through Google Shop, boom, 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 boom. And then you're just processing an order. Google, you're leaving money on the table, bro.
There's a lot to be said there.
A lot.
So there are a couple things to consider. One is the logistics of the physical product. Now, you could say that
Okay.
Amazon or Google itself could work sort of like an affiliate marketer, where they don't actually have the product. It's sort of they're basically just getting a cut of the sale from sending it to somebody else's shop, and they kind of already do that with their Google Ads, which they own the market
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more they could do. I mean, if Google wanted to, they could triple their revenue just by doing stuff like that. You're
Yeah.
totally right.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And I mean, and then think about it. I mean, you could go to a point, okay, hey, you're going to cripple Amazon. You're going to cripple them. And to be fair, they're weak. If he dies, he dies. That's how I think, look at it. Angry Russian from Rocky 5 or 4 or whatever one that was when he fought the Russian.
Yeah.
4. 4. 4. I'm sorry. That was an important thing. It had to be correct.
That was an important point.
But
Yes.
anyway, yeah, it was an important thing. I mean, no man wants to be wrong when talking about Rocky movies. That's just
Yeah.
all there is
Come on.
to it.
Come on. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to get it right.
It'd
You got to
just
get
be
it right.
embarrassing otherwise.
So that right there, and hey, do I have my? Can you hear me
Your
now?
DJI, the Chinese are
Federal
listening.
government,
Yes.
federal government. That right there, Amazon has a little bit of a contract with you already, a little bit for some product delivery. If you were to partner full tilt with Google Shop, that could fund everything that you want.
Yeah. There's a lot to
It
be said there.
literally could
So,
fund.
well,
You could
I
be
mean, okay.
profitable.
So this next one's going to sound very conspiracy theorist, but it's actually true if you look at the information. Most of the founders of most of the major tech companies and high level executives of most of the major tech companies are ex FBI or ex CIA or ex NSA. There are actually some really close ties, and that money is being made. But you're right, as far as Google having their own shop and competing with Amazon on that level, they totally could. They could if Google wanted to, they could blow Amazon out of the water on the products. They'd have to build an infrastructure if they wanted to do any of the logistics. They could
That's what I'm saying.
They could own Amazon as far as Amazon Web Services basically runs most of the internet at this point. Google could own that if they wanted to. It's interesting they don't go that direction. It makes you wonder if they do have some sort of a back end deal. Hey, we won't play in your playground if you don't play in our playground, kind of thing. So I'll bet something like that takes place. I'd be surprised if it doesn't. You don't think so?
Destroy. You're weak.
Yeah, it's
so here's the problem. Here's
yeah.
the problem with handshake deals.
Okay.
Here's the problem with deals like that. They're both publicly traded companies.
Yes.
At some point, there's going to be a growth expectations of X percent. We're going to do 10% or 8% or 15% over what we did last year. And in the oh man, do I have enough whiskey? I have enough alcohol. Cool. In the verticals that you're in, you may not have another 15 or 20% out there that are in play. So you've got to expand your offering. And handshake deals are great until you're under that gun. And then once you're under that gun, all deals are off.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Yeah, no, totally. I'm with you. I'm not saying you're wrong.
So don't strike when they're expecting it.
So Google, I know you're listening. This is the business advice from David Leffingwell.
Be George Washington. Take the boats across the Hudson on Christmas Day and slaughter your enemy.
There you go.
True story. True story. True story, by the way.
There you go. All right, so the next one on the list was Amazon App Store. The next one actually really pissed me off when this went away because I used this app a lot, which was Skype. In February was rough, man. Skype, they announced Skype was going away, and they actually canceled it in May. It'd been around for 22 years, providing free video calls around the world. But Microsoft...
We used to use Skype.
We did. We used Skype a lot. I used Skype a lot.
Yeah.
And Microsoft decided they would rather focus on Teams.
Teams, yeah.
Teams. So thank you, Microsoft, for taking away a great product that we could all use and giving us something that we need to sign up for all of your garbage with limited access. And it was a money play. That's all it was. Because with Teams, you're limited on the times you can call. You're limited on how you can use it. With Skype, you could have you could tie it to all kinds of different platforms. You could stream different places. You can't do that with Teams. And Microsoft knows this. Let's not dance around the subject. They did it just for money. That's all it was. Skype was too good of a product for free And Microsoft said, hey, let's give them a shittier product that they have to pay for. And that's what it came down to. It sounds cynical, but it's totally true.
It's not cynical. I see it all the time. I just stayed in a hotel a couple nights ago, last week. I don't even remember.
Pat
And
Borath says she hates
I
Teams.
was only in.
And I totally agree, Pat.
Yeah, hate Teams.
Skype was great. Sorry,
so I've said, there's a couple of jokes out there like, hey, what's that one song that just puts you in a shitty mood no matter what? And it's the Teams ringing thing.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yeah, I feel that one deep in my core.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how much I hate that noise.
It's that sound that makes you feel like, can I just leave my desk right now and people will think I just wasn't around? Yeah. I don't know. Can I just but duck out of you?
There is something else about it that I think you like that I hate.
Okay, with Teams?
With Teams and the way things have in generally.
Okay, and Teams has its place. I'm not saying it's a completely shitty product. Skype was a great tool. Teams is a fine tool for what it's used for. Go ahead. What do you think that I like that you hate?
It is I'll message you on Teams. Are you available for a call? And then
I did use that a lot.
Then you call.
But I do hate it. Yeah, I did use that a lot because I did use that.
Heal my brain back. Because I click call and I just call people and they're like, you didn't check with me to see if I was available. I'm like, you answered the phone. This is a phone.
Fair enough.
I'm talking to you. If you were unavailable, don't answer the phone.
Well,
if I had your phone number, I would have called you on my
courtesy
phone.
thing. It's a courtesy thing. Because here's the thing.
I give them no courtesy. They're at work.
It's a courtesy
Do
thing
my
because,
bidding.
well, most people, when they're at work, they're doing work. They're in the middle of something. And if you let them know, hey, can we talk? They say, hey, just give me like 10 minutes. That's great. You know what? They can do whatever they want. They can use the restroom. They can get a snack. They can finish typing the email. They're in the middle of typing. I'm not bugging them. And I think it's a courtesy thing. Now, that's not for everybody. Not everybody has common courtesy. Common courtesy is not so common after all. So Pat says, I like the appear offline option.
Oh,
that's
man.
a good one. That's a good one.
I turned appear offline. I turned appear offline on sometime in June or something, and it hasn't come back since.
So here's the funny thing.
I just always appear offline.
So not a lot of people know that management of companies who manage Teams platforms for organizations can see everything you're doing on your computer. They can see your keystrokes. They can see if you're using one of those little mouse jigglers. They can tell that. If you have Teams on a phone, whether it's a corporate phone or you have a corporate account on your personal phone, they can tell where you are at any given point. They can check your location. Even if you have location services turned off, they can tell exactly where you are. Microsoft shares all of this information to platform owners. Just putting that out there into the universe for anybody who cares.
Yeah. This phone is a personal phone.
Yeah.
There is absolutely zero interconnection between this phone and work. Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that phone, the other one I'm pointing at's my iPhone over there. Again, they had to pay me to use. Is that it's on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm home, that's where it stays.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even go around the house with me. The only exception to that is if in the afternoon I've got a bunch of phone calls in the summer, I will float around my pool, smoking a cigar, and drinking whiskey while I have the phone laying on my chest and an AirPod in and taking a Teams call.
Yeah. And Pat Porath said, yes, they can. So people know. And it's not for people like you who have a home office and that's where you're supposed to be. It's, some micromanagers, they want their people to be in very specific locations, and they want the ability to track them. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's not for me, is all I'll say.
We were doing one of the Teams calls where we all, and somebody's like, I'll share my screen, right? And he shared a screen up, and I have no idea what the content the guy was sharing. No idea. It was useless. It was a meeting that did not have to take place because if I can't remember it, that meant it was irrelevant.
Yep.
I'm going to guess it's one of those check mark things, which I fail to do consistently. But seeing as how I'm usually 30 to 40% above my plan, above my requirements, they usually leave me the hell alone. But I'm like, all right, what do you want? Do you want lower revenue and me higher check marks? Or do you want me to leave me the hell alone about the check marks and you guys have the higher revenue? Take your pick. You can't have both.
Right.
But the whole time he's presenting, again, I have zero recollection of what he was presenting. But he had direct reports, and they were, this person's offline, this person's online, this person's been offline for 3 minutes, this person, and nonstop. That thing was all those little things in the bottom corner of the screen just popping up and letting him know who was online, who was offline.
You could see what he was seeing. He was tracking where his employees were.
Yeah, he was tracking where his employees were. And I'm like, one thing's for sure, if they're like, ever, David, I need you to go work for this guy, I'm going to be like, not a chance in hell, bro.
No.
Not a chance in hell, bro, because he and I will go fisticuffs.
Yeah. Oh, it's the worst.
So you've talked to me like you ran a team, and somebody's like, raise their hand, can I go to the restroom? Like,
I literally had to tell a guy. I was like, don't ever ask me that.
Don't call me.
I don't know. Don't ever ask me that again. I don't care. And this was right before COVID. So we were in the office. He asked me if he could go use I'm like, don't ask me that. And he asked me another time, like, hey, do you mind if I come in late? I got to do. I'm like, as long as you're getting your stuff done, I don't care what time you come in, what time you leave. You're not on a clock.
Yeah.
Go do what you got to do. Look, if somebody else notices, try and be here when you're supposed to be here. But like, I don't care. Do what you got to do. I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm not babysitting. So.
Yeah, no.
But I've also worked under extreme micromanagers. I told you about the time that I was working under a lady who who chewed me out because she called me. Guess what? She didn't call me before she tried to Skype me or whatever. Or Teams me. I guess I don't know, but she tried calling my desk. She tried calling my desk, I guess, and I was in the bathroom. I wasn't even in the bathroom that long. It's the normal amount of time that it takes to go do what you got to do and come back. And by the time I get back to my desk, I see, several emails. I see a voicemail. I look at my cell phone, which was on my desk, and I see text messages. Where are you? What's going on? Where are you? So I call her back. I'm like, what's going on? Is everything okay? And it had been like 5 minutes. She's like, yeah, where were you? I'm like, I was in the bathroom. What's going on? Is everything all right? She's like, I need to know where you are at all times. If something happened, I need to know where you are. I'm like, but did something happen? Is everything okay? She's like, well, yeah, I just need to know where you are. And I'm like, I was in the bathroom. She's like, if you leave, I need to know where you're going. Like, and I told her this. I was like, you actually want me to tell you when I'm going to the bathroom? I will never ever tell you when I need to take a shit. Those are my exact words. I'm not going to tell you when I need to take a shit. I'm a grown-up. And if you can't handle that, I apologize. I wasn't with that company for very much longer after that. It's not happening. No.
Yeah, I'm not. No. There's no way. You were a little more tolerant than I would have been, because I'd have been on the phone with her boss or her boss's boss at the end of that phone call.
Yeah, she Pat said it sounds like a Karen. This lady was an ultimate Karen.
Yes. Like I've got no time at all. I've got no time at all for that kind of stuff. My boss, until yesterday, I think officially I work for a new lady today. And she's awesome. Now, my former boss is pretty awesome as well. We got, when we first started, there were some odd terms, but he made a comment. He's like, I see you offline a lot. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Because I clicked appear offline because I was going on vacation.
Right.
But I was on a vacation that I had a chance to check in from time to
Well, sure,
time.
of course.
But I didn't want people to know I was checking in, because if I appeared online to them, they're calling me.
Right.
They're like, "Oh, hey, I want to pull you into this meeting." And I was like,
And
"I'm
I've
on
seen that
vacation. I just
happen.
want to make sure." So
I've
I'm
seen that
not, and
happen
so
to
I
you.
just
Yeah,
appeared
you get called
offline.
into
So I
meetings.
was off, and that's yeah. So and I was like, "Oh shit, sorry about that." I turned it off, and never again did he say a word.
Yeah.
Not only that, he keeps his as offline most of the time now.
Good. And I'm perfectly fine with that. That is okay.
Yes. Like, if you want to take a chance to call me when it says I'm offline, I
Yeah.
mean, I'll answer my phone anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was great. So he asked me one time, he's like, "Man, it shows you're off a lot." I'm like, "Oh, what the hell you're talking about? I've been putting, 14, 15 hours a day in for the last like
Right.
2 months, man. What the hell are you
Yeah.
talking about?" Because it says you're offline. I'm like, "Oh shit, sorry about that. I forgot to turn it back off when I came back from vacation
Right.
2.5 months ago."
Yeah, I'm an
So,
advocate for
but
keeping
he never
keeping
says anything.
on at all times. So, but that's another
Yeah.
weird rant. So poor Skype is gone, done away with in 2025. The
Yeah.
next one,
Well, it wasn't a rant. It wasn't. It was. Well, I guess it was a
it
rant.
wasn't a rant. It was just
That
a
that
tangent,
it was. It was a rant. No, it was. Yes, it was a tangent rant.
a transient.
But teams, a transient. It was a transient, and just. I mean, altogether, we should just say "fuck you, teams."
Teams is an important tool. It's an important business tool.
It
It's
really
not a
is.
replacement
I
for
do
Skype.
love it.
It's not a replacement for Skype.
Agreed.
And frankly, I'm surprised somebody hasn't come along and given us a platform like Skype that has the same functionality. That should be a thing. Somebody should make this thing because it was super useful and people loved it.
What was the original one? GoToMeeting?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's the
But
original one.
Skype had
The
been around for
original,
20
like,
Skype had been around for 22
yeah,
years. So I'm not sure what
yeah, 22
preceded
years.
that, but
Yeah, sure. It made it more efficient. Anyway, what's next on
no,
our
Skype
what do
was
we have to
effective.
say goodbye?
Skype was effective. Teams is efficient.
I'm saying it was more efficient to get rid of it.
It was. It all came down to this. But all right, next one. Microsoft officially in 2025 got rid of the blue screen of death. No more blue screen of death for Microsoft. Instead, they replaced it with a black screen of death.
I was ready to say, did they actually fix their shit so it doesn't fail?
They
or
didn't
did they just
actually.
like, hey, we're going to change the color.
They basically just changed the color and improved the wording. So no more blue screen of death. Now they just get a screen that says something went wrong. You got to restart.
You need to update your subscription.
Right, exactly. Hey, here's a new product that you can buy.
Yeah.
Pat says Skype didn't keep your conversations forever, which I think that's also a good thing. Some people, maybe you want to keep your conversations for a long time. Some people don't. Not everything that I say online I want on the record forever. I don't know if you've...
Yeah.
On this show, at least, I think some of our shows we should deprecate and delete maybe immediately after we post them. But some of my conversations I don't want being online forever.
Nah.
But for business purposes, I think Teams has its place. Again, I don't think it's a replacement for Skype. But anyway, blue screen of death. No more blue screen of death. Now you have black screen of death.
Black screen of death. I mean, there's life, there's death, and now there's this third place in between.
Exactly.
Based upon our news articles from earlier, where Billy Crystal reminds you that your friend is only mostly dead.
Actually, I thought you were going to go with a Cocoon reference, but yeah, I don't know. It made more sense at the time, but anyway, no.
There is no point in my life that I'm going to reference Cocoon over the Princess Bride.
Look, David.
Yeah,
we're at that age where diabetes is becoming a real thing.
Diabetes.
Wilford Brimley
looked the same age from the. I mean, I was super young the first time I was like this
Yeah.
old house or something like that house, whatever Wilford Brimley was in, he looked the same that day until they preserved him in wax. This
Well, you've seen
same exact look.
you've seen like that 10-year-old meme that says Paul Rudd is the same age as Wilford Brimley in Cocoon.
Yeah.
And Paul
Yeah.
Rudd hasn't aged in like 50 years. So
Yeah. It's bananas.
he's
It's
definitely
bananas.
an alien.
Like, I talk about like the people I went to high school with, and I look at the people I went to high school with, and I'm like, there are some of us that time has taken its toll.
Dude, there are people I went
And
to high
then there
school
are
with
some of
that I
us,
don't recognize.
yeah,
I literally don't recognize. And I know that I've aged, but dude, time is rough for some people.
I know, right? And you're like, I'm not, and you
How am
look
I
at
the
the
same
mirror and
age
you're
as...
like,
Right? Yeah.
like, can I pull it up? Can I
There
pull
are
it
people
up?
that I went to high school with that have grandchildren, and I'm like, hang on a second. Hang on.
Yes,
Hang
yes.
on. What's happening right here?
Yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Hang
whoa.
on.
Lois. Whoa, whoa. Yes, exactly. Like, wait a minute. What is happening here? Like, I've got people they've got grandchildren and they're talking about blah 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 blah. This is my second or third grandchild. I'm like,
Wait, what?
I've got a 12-year-old daughter.
Yeah. My daughter's 8.
You're the same age as me. Stop doing stupid stuff.
Right.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I don't know.
I think we're
Anyway,
getting old. We're just well preserved from all the booze. That's what it is.
that's what it is. It's so I have been through the Castle and Key, which was great. I did the Weller 12 year, and then I cracked open the bottle of E.H. Taylor,
Ooh, there you
which
go.
is, I mean,
That's a good bottle. You can't go wrong
is
there.
is is phenomenal. And unfortunately, the ice cube was much smaller, so I kind of always pour it till the middle of the 4 on my
Yeah.
45 glass here. Well, that's
Yeah.
good when you have a full size
I was
ice
gonna say
cube
your
in
ice cube
there.
is mostly gone now.
But when you don't have a full size ice cube,
There you go.
now I put a full size ice cube in, and I'm substantially higher on that glass.
That's a
So
normal pour for you. I've seen that.
that is going to be the last of them. So I will not be cracking the Blanton's open tonight. It's got its pajamas on.
You got
Let's
a
get it
brand
out
new
of its
bottle.
pajamas.
Brand new, beautiful bottle. I love it.
Yeah, I like to keep one on hand.
So that means you go through a bottle a
You should
week.
always keep a bottle of Blanton's. No. It to the casual passerby, you're like, oh man, he drinks a lot. I like to drink a couple drinks on the show, and then maybe one other night a week, and that's it. That's all I'll allow myself.
And that is true. You don't drink nearly as much as people would give you credit for. But
It
when you do go, you go hard.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll hurt you. Oh, I'll hurt you.
That's yes.
Don't try to go toe to toe with me. Because yeah,
Good advice.
it's not gonna end up well for you. You will be hugging the porcelain goddess. Anyway, you still haven't got to the one. You haven't got to the one that's really shocked me, and I have a feeling that's coming up next.
This is the next one, I think. This is the end of dial-up. Yeah. Number 6 is the end of dial-up. Who knew dial-up was still a thing? So AOL, America Online,
you got mail.
Brought dial-up service after 34 years.
Oh.
Do you remember? And everybody of a certain age remembers all those CDs used to get everywhere. I mean,
yeah.
Just stacks and piles of these dumb CDs that are mailed to you, and you get them dropped in your shopping bag randomly, and they're just everywhere somehow.
Yeah.
And after 34 years, AOL finally dropped dial-up service. So in 2019, there was a census report. A census report. So this is actual government data. So you know how accurate that is. Said that there were still over 265,000 people that relied solely on dial-up internet in rural areas. So those people are out of luck. They can't get their
I
iPhone
mean,
SE. They can't get dial-up internet. They might actually have to make it to the 21st century at some point.
yeah, to be fair,
To
while
be
again,
fair,
this is one of those things. To be fair, wait, I gotta put my glass in my hand like this.
you need your monocle.
To be fair,
Yeah, to be fair.
um, to be fair, the when you see something like that, it's like, hey, that's about 300,000 customers.
And
If
that's a
you
fair
could
number.
if you could, yeah, it's a fair number, but you need to have a number that they can connect to and then
Right.
branch out. So if you are looking for a 300,000 customers, I put my damn phone up over here. I need a calculator.
Oh, man.
Um,
It's the point in the evening when David can't do the math in his head. And that's saying something, because I've seen you do
um,
some pretty impressive math in your head.
yeah. Let's call it. That's a possibility, just real quickly, of $6 million of revenue a month.
Sure.
So
Per month.
let's say you can run a business, which you should be able to do. Dial-up's pretty basic technology. Being able to bring
Well, yes,
that data
34-year-old
in,
technology.
yeah. So your bandwidth at okay. So you got to remember what dial-up's capable of.
Right.
Dial-up. When you're talking dial-up, they never built a faster dial-up modem than a.
Yeah.
I was
Beats
looking for
the
a
shit
number,
out of
but
me. Don't ask
a
me.
50 a 56K. So
Right.
that's 56,000 bits per minute. So
Yeah, it's going to
56,000
take you.
baud
It's going to take you
per
at
second.
least
I'm sorry.
30 minutes to see one nipple. I mean, it's really
Yeah,
slow.
yeah. If you're looking at porn, you're if you're looking at porn, you're screwed. No, you're not gonna be able to look at porn. You're gonna it's terrible.
And that's true.
You're gonna
Nobody
be
who had
downloading it
dial-up
all
internet.
night long.
Yeah, nobody who has dial-up internet up until this year was looking at porn. Out of all the people on the internet, those were the people who were not looking at porn. They physically couldn't.
Yeah, they can't. You can't. You can't do it. You know, you look at the image resolution now. Let's just throw it out there. I have a phone. My phone. I can take pictures on my phone at 200 megapixels. And I can do 8K video from my phone.
Mm-hmm.
The what's this right here?
She says, "Dude, I'm
Dude,
in a rural area." She has DSL, no cable lines out there.
So DSL can do a maximum of a maximum dual of 25.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, a maximum dual of 25, meaning you can have a 25 megabit pair paired with another 25 megabit pair with a maximum of 50 megabits a second. Now, there's one company out there that sells this. It's very predominant. It's the number one in that part of the data field. And West, what's the name of the business? What's the name of the internet provider you have?
AT&T Uverse, which I hate.
Yes, which
hate.
is maxed at
I
25
hate
because they
Uverse.
basically run a dual DSL.
It's the worst. It's the worst. It is awful.
Yes, but a standard. Yeah, go ahead.
She says she agrees.
Yeah, standard DSL, you can get up to 25 megabits a second. Standard dial-up, when we're talking about straight up dial-up, so you're not coming in. When you come into a house, oh my God, I'm going to nerd out just for a moment here. When
Now
you
you're
come into
nerding
your
out?
house, and I'm always a nerd, I guess, but I'm a nerd a little bit more. When you come to your house, and we always call it the modem, right? That stands for modulate, demodulate. That's what that's what it comes from. That's what the words mean. But when we have a network interface card, which is what most of us have, that's just a network interface card with some little more technology to it. It's not really a modem, but when you have a dial-up modem, they don't make now I'm sure they can, and I'm sure there's 5 people around the world that have one that's higher than this. It's a 56K.
Okay. Yeah.
I have at my house, I have K. Now, K, I have a 1 gigabit line here to my house. That is 1,000 megabits 1,000 kilobits is 1 megabit. 1,000 megabits is a kilobit. So the the distance between what a 56. So if you wanted to get into the business, which and that's where we're coming. The angle we were coming from that was, $6 million a month. If you had a business out there, because it's such a small band, I could host a substantial portion of 300,000 people.
See, you're
through a
saying
gigabit
so
of
basically you're
data.
saying somebody should come along and use their normal home internet to provide these people with dial-up service.
Exactly. So there's some switching equipment. There's some switching equipment you could throw in your basement to do this, but you're talking about, let's say you spend $500,000 to $750,000 a month on this
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
But then you own 100% of the market share at $6 million a month.
Look, I think just get a couple
That's not a
Starlinks,
bad
run them all through
trade-off.
that. Get a couple Starlinks, run them all through that.
That's what I'm saying. Well, so
For
I
under
go,
a grand, you could service this entire group of people.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about doing it, because you got to buy some equipment. There's some things
I was
spread
joking,
out
but
and
yeah.
amortized over some time. But once you have the equipment, which some of that equipment's dirt cheap,
Right.
and there's a lot of places like currently happen to know firsthand, Frontier Communications getting rid of some stuff, and they're the last big provider for it. That you could possibly go dumpster diving and getting this stuff for free.
Oh yeah.
Set it up, let it run, and you could take the market on this and make yourself, let's say it expands for the next 10 years before it fades off dramatically, and let's say 6 months.
Yeah, Pat's on the same page as me. She says Starlink. Look, there's something there.
Starlink's amazing. It's just 6 times 12. That's 72 M a year times 10. I don't really calculate for that. That's 7.2. So you're $720 million over 10 years you could be bringing into this business if somebody wanted to do it. Now, is that attractive to a massive corporation that's hundreds of billions of dollars a year?
Right.
No.
So for a company like AOL, it's not. But for Joe Schmo who wants to start a business, this could be something there. You could hire some nerds.
It could be something there.
You can hire some nerds for a few $100,000 and build this thing. You got a good business.
Yeah.
You got a good tech company. It's like a tech company.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And then what do you do is, as these people start going off, you build it up, and then when they start getting those connections out to it, or Starlink say, hey, Starlink, I want to sell you instead of you just hold off on everything, suppress everything, and then go to Starlink and say, hey, I want to sell you. And Starlink's freaking awesome, by the way.
Yeah,
you can play games on Starlink. But you go to Starlink and say, hey, I want to sell you my whole entire book of business. This is the rates they have. I would like to keep them at the same rate for 1 year, and then you can stagger over the next 5 years to elevate them up or escalate them up to your current rates.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pay me X amount of dollars. So you've got this $720 million over 10 years, and then you hand them off and you make another $500 million.
Right. And at that point, you can just call it a day, or you have the groundwork for an actual tech company. You have the groundwork for an actual tech company. You can build real tech in an adjacent area. Or like you said, buy an island and just call it a day, which sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I want to buy an island. I cannot tell you how much I want to, and I look. I don't know if anybody else out there does this, but I look for islands.
Sure.
Because I want to find an island, I want to buy that island, and I want to live on that island.
Well, David, we will be at CES next week, doing this show live from CES in Las Vegas next week, pitching and getting investors for a technology company that I'm working on. And if it reaches the point that I think our technology can get to, I'll buy that island.
All right, you buy.
I'll buy you the island.
Buy me an island.
We'll make it.
The island.
So here's the next one. So we just talked about the end of dial-up. This next one,
end of dial-up, AOL. You've got mail. It's gone.
And this next one, so we mentioned very early in the show, planned obsolescence. Planned obsolescence is a real thing where people actually, companies actually say, "Hey, we have this great product. We're just going to end this product so somebody else has to buy a new product." We see it in cell phones all the time. We see it in internet modems. I go through a modem a year because they keep creating new ones. Here's one.
I'm old.
Yeah.
So when we talk about planned obsolescence, the very first original planned obsolescence was light bulbs. It was the
isn't it like the very first bamboo filament is still burning right now?
Yep,
like it's still active and burning, right? It's like an infinite bulb. They keep on all the time.
Yeah, well over 100 years, 120, 150 years. It's old,
and it's a bamboo filament.
Yeah, and then we have the people that kind of modernized. When I say modernized, this is crazy. Was General Motors. General Motors was a huge proponent of planned obsolescence, and they used some of the tactics they used 100 and whatever years ago. 100 years ago, they are still using today. In their vehicles. So it's not new. It's been around a minute.
Yeah.
What you got?
Here's next on the list is Google's Nest Learning Thermostat. You don't have a Nest. You have something similar. Do you have a Nest?
I have a Nest. No, I have a Nest.
So in October,
came with a house.
All right, so you might want to check on this. But in October, Google shut off the smart features of its older models of the Nest Learning Thermostat. They are apparently still perfectly good. The only thing they did was they cut off the smart features so it could no longer connect to the app. As long as yours can still connect to the app, it's not a problem. Some of the older ones, however, they cut off. They still work just great. And Google, in their infinite wisdom, decided they're not going to, replace these. They're just going to give the people a coupon so they can buy a new one at a slightly reduced cost. So prepare, because they're probably doing this in waves, and yours might not be far down the line, David.
So this is where it will pay dividends. So this is another one of those, hey, there's an opening in the market. When we see the chink in the armor, right? The chink in the armor is that's not an Asian slur, by the way. It's like a chink in the armor.
Oh, gee. I didn't even, holy moly. No, I didn't even. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
I wanted to see your.
We've just completely lost our Chinese market audience here.
Oh no, they thought it was hilarious. They're like, "Oh, that's absolutely hilarious." No, the chink in the armor. When you see that chink in the armor like that, you're like, "Hey, these people are cutting it off." That means to me that what I see, where other people like go, "Oh, they're so fucking assholes," blah blah blah, rubble. I see opportunity. So that means to me, you could bring up a, hey. If you have, it's not complicated. Thermostats are not complicated. I have one here. The communication behind them is not complicated. You could say, hey, you're going to do this flash. You're going to go to this app. You're going to go to this, and we're going to flash this over to this app, and now your Nest is going to run over here. They don't support it anymore. We do.
Right. Yes.
I have a Nest. I am actually thinking about ripping it off the wall.
What's wrong with it? What don't you like about it?
I don't need it to think for me.
You just want to set it and forget it.
I don't mind having a schedule.
I have an old-fashioned one. I set it to a temperature, or rather my current wife does. She sets to a temperature that she's comfortable at, forget the rest of us, and it stays at that temperature.
That's the idea. That's all I need.
Right.
Oh, you could be more efficient. You could be more fuck off. You don't understand. You don't understand. I'm not looking for efficiency.
Right. You want a comfortable temperature that you like. Right. Exactly. So all that you need, you don't need a smart thermostat. You need a thermostat that connects to an app. And regardless of where you are or what time it is, you can set the temperature. And it stays that temperature. It doesn't think for itself and say, peak times, this and that. Yeah. It just stays at the temperature you put it at.
Yeah, this Nest constantly tries to enroll me into its
I hate that.
And eco, like
my printer does that. My printer is constantly trying to enroll me in a different bullshit. A printer. Your thermostat. Stop trying to sell me stuff and just do the thing that you were designed to do.
Yeah. So. what was I was talking with somebody the other day, like about doing the thing that you're designed to do. And there's a story about tennis about you know what? I'm going to stop right there before we go down that tangent, because that is an hour-long tangent minimum.
Fair enough.
Minimum.
Fair enough.
That's a minimum hour long. So we're going to put a pin in that and circle back another time.
All right, let's do that. We'll put a pin in it. But so I've always said this about technology. When I start a technology company, one of the main company mottos that I want to maintain is it should just work. It should just work. It has a job to do. Just do the thing it was designed to do. It should just work. And
Yes.
that is one of the things that we're pushing at CES. It just works.
Yes. Yes, I will still a bit of the thing I said. Hey, we can't go down that path, because if we do, it's an hour conversation. It's the tennis. It's the tennis shoe. The tennis shoe.
The tennis shoe. Okay, I want to hear this story. I don't think I know this story from you.
Is it must first, in order to be a tennis shoe,
it must first be a shoe.
It must first be a shoe. It must first function as a shoe. If it doesn't, it's not a shoe. If you have a shoe that's made, let's use what's the princess that had the shoe that fell off because she was macking on
Cinderella?
some dude? It was Cinderella, right? And so Cinderella's shoe fell off. It's made of freaking crystal.
The worst material to make a shoe out of, by the way. Yeah,
it's a terrible shoe. Can you imagine how sweaty
really uncomfortable.
and stinky? Can you imagine? Okay, first of all, the comfortability is a secondary. Could you imagine how smelly and sweaty that foot was?
Well, I'm thinking about if she steps on a rock the wrong way, the thing shatters. She has glass in her foot.
Shatters right there. Right there. Her what's the tendon? The tendon.
Well, the Achilles tendon's right there in the back. Her calf muscle just shoots back up into the back of her knee.
Yeah.
She's in terrible pain.
Yeah.
The little mice who are now, people.
Yeah, the little mice are now eating in her leg and her face because she's laying there dead.
Yeah, the prince is puking all over himself because he's not used to seeing this sort of gruesome
yeah, it's crazy.
The stepsisters are laughing their asses off. It's the whole thing. Yes.
Like, I saw this coming. So the idea is it must first function as a tennis shoe.
Dave Rowland says, did you let Dave in the bourbon again? Yes, Dave Rowland, we did. He says, shoe,
Roland,
shoe.
I invited you, and I have a new bottle of Castle and Key. This is the regular proof stuff. You and I hammered the high proof stuff. I have the Weller 12-year sitting here ready to go. I have a bottle of E.H. Taylor, which I just cracked open, and is what I'm drinking now. And I have my absolute everyday standby, nice, lovely, gorgeous caramel. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful.
It's art. It's pure artwork. That's what it is.
It's artwork bottled in blends.
He says, girlfriend time, buddy.
Yeah. I outrank your girlfriend, and she needs to know this.
It's true.
If she can't accept this now, she's not worth moving forward with.
Yeah, Dave Rowland, you need to let her know her place in the grand scheme of things.
The grand scheme of things.
All right, so
she's here. David's here.
Let's thermostat. Nest learning thermostat. David, be careful. Yours might be right behind. So those are the technologies we lost this year. There are actually two that are making a comeback. So I know you're a big fan of nostalgia, but there are two pieces of technology.
First and foremost, don't make me work like crazy to set the temperature in my house.
Right.
It's bananas.
So there are two pieces of technology that are coming
back. You
back.
faded out there for a moment.
You what? Okay, I think
you faded out there for a moment. You went Decepticon like out for a moment, so I kept talking. I don't know if you were talking. I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, it's fine. I think there's a delay a little bit, but there are two pieces of technology that are coming back. I know you're a fan of nostalgia, so a couple things. I don't know if you ever used Vine, but Vine is coming back. Vine is coming back.
I have not used Vine.
They're calling it Divine, and it's being funded by the Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey. So that's going to work out well. So for those who don't know, who were busy having jobs at the time, full-time jobs being grown-ups at the time, Vine was a video platform with 6-second videos, kind of the TikTok before TikTok was a thing. And a lot of people made their big, breakthrough on Vine. Unfortunately, like the who's that guy who thinks he's a boxer now, and they own Prime Drink.
Did you really just ask me?
The douchebags.
Oh no, he
just got
his ass handed to him because somebody
those
who
two
didn't
brothers.
need the money.
Those two brothers. They started on Vine. Yeah, I said it too fast. You can't think of it now.
Paul
Logan, the Logan brothers. Jake
Paul and Logan Paul.
Jake Paul and Jack Paul. They started on Vine. And
Jake Paul and Jack off Paul.
There you go. They started on Vine. So Vine's making a comeback, and you can thank Jack Dorsey for that. That was announced in 2025. And the next one, this was surprising.
Okay, hold on a second. 6-second video kind of times up very well with 6-second AI-generated Grok videos as well. I'm just saying.
You think that's a coincidence?
No, not even a little.
They're all playing together. They all know each other. All right, so the next one, I found to be a little bit surprising. Napster. Remember Napster? Napster's making a comeback. So, for those who don't know, Napster was the original. You ever use LimeWire? You could download pirated audio from Napster, and it's making a comeback in a completely different way. So it's not just going to be about pirated audio anymore. Now it's a peripheral. It's a device that you connect to your video monitor, and you can apparently talk to AI avatars on the new Napster device. So I don't know how this relates to the original Napster, aside from the same name, but Napster's making a comeback, which is interesting.
Could be interesting, yeah.
I'm not sure why they called it Napster. They could have literally called it anything, but it's they're going to bank on that nostalgia vibe.
Yeah. I mean, I remember doing a lot in Napster, but most of my pirating days were spent in LimeWire.
I downloaded a lot of stuff on LimeWire. I stopped downloading on LimeWire when I got some stuff that I should not have gotten.
So, me and the guys, we used to have a computer.
Did you do LimeWire roulette, where you download something and bet whether it's going to be porn, a suicide video, or what you actually thought you were downloading? Because there's always one of those three things.
So we never did that. It was a small hard drive at the time, because even a 20 gigabyte hard drive was, gigabyte was large. So a 1 gigabyte hard drive would have been like massive at that time.
Oh, in LimeWire days, that was huge.
Yeah, that was huge. I'm trying to think of what we had there, 200 megabytes or something like that. But there was a hard drive we had in. But even for the computer, it was a very small hard drive. And the idea behind it was, and we called it, and I have to own this, we called it the porn PC.
Gross.
Gross. Yeah, terrible.
No,
terrible.
Nobody wants to touch that keyboard or that mouse.
That keyboard was highly sanitized.
Oh, no.
But the idea was anything that we wanted to download was done on that computer.
Right.
That computer didn't touch anything else in the network.
Yeah. Good.
It was a sandbox PC.
Yep.
With a very small hard drive. We downloaded the videos, the music, anything we wanted, and then we would basically run them through a filter to make sure that they were clean, and then we would send them burn a CD or whatnot, and then boom, then we would take it from that computer over to another computer that we wanted to keep it on.
Right.
So that was so it was a joke. It wasn't for literally looking up naughty things.
David.
It was. Although there was a lot of
although there was actually a lot of porn.
There was a lot of Ashley Blue A to M on that PC, because
I don't know what that means, and I thank goodness that I don't know what that means.
There was one guy who was apparently very infatuated with that. Anyway,
Ashley
but yeah,
Payne?
there
Is that a
was.
person?
I think I don't remember. I mean, just it's a name that stuck in my head.
Fair enough.
Anyway, but that's what that was. But it was a way for us to say, all right, it's going to connect to all these other computers. We have no idea what's coming in, so we ran that filter.
Yeah.
Basically we sanitized it there. We killed the STD, as it were.
Good idea.
At that point, and then pushed it out to the other stuff. So yeah, it was fun times. I mean, and then we're like, oh no, who downloaded this? And they're like, oh, I did. And they're like, dude, you just killed this computer. And then what do? We had a disk. We had the Windows disk.
Yeah.
We would just go nuke, gone.
Right. That's smart.
And then bring it back. And then we just bring it back.
Yep.
We had the CMOS for the boot sector of the drive. We had it for the boot of the actual PC off the board when it.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what we called it or what it's called, but basically to make sure everything. Literally, we nuked this thing back to the Stone Age.
Oh yeah.
And then we built it back up until the next person messed it up, and then we did it again.
Oh man. Yeah, I stopped using LimeWire. I stopped using LimeWire when the ratio of horrific snuff films got too close to the ratio of actual movies I was trying to download. Like, there was stuff that was definitely super shady stuff that would probably get people landed in federal prison. That you're like, I'm trying to watch Spider-Man 2. I don't need to see this horrible thing. It was bad, and I was like, I can't. It was some of the worst stuff I've ever seen. So that's a good way to end the show. Fantastic. Don't use LimeWire, kids.
Yeah. LimeWire, bad.
All bad. I'm not sure where we're supposed to go with that.
So think about it. Let's look at it this way.
Okay.
Napster and LimeWire, both of them were so far ahead of the industries that they are just now caught up to them. When you click on Netflix and you click a box and a box has a picture and a name and you click that play button, we could have did this. That's literally just a user interface for an FTP, a file sharing site, which is what LimeWire and Napster was.
Right.
So that is they took those two sites specifically took what we do every single day to watch TVs, movies, and game shows, and even football. I mean, all this stuff, because of them, that's why we have what we have today. Otherwise, you have a bunch of grumpy old guys going, that way we've always done it, and you're going out and buying DVDs, Blu-rays, and HD discs.
Right. So I don't understand the new version of Napster, though, because it's not what Napster was. It's literally just the name Napster attached to a peripheral product. Yeah. So yeah. I'm just going to share this. So this is from Vice, and this talks about the new Napster. It's literally an AI peripheral. So Napster is sort of back with something they call a hologram. I haven't used it yet, but my intuition, initial thoughts are the AI already is everywhere. Yada yada yada. All right, so I think there's a video down here that talks about what this is. All right, so you can actually buy the new Napster.
Person talking to me. If it's that person talking to me, that's on the screen. I want nothing to do with it.
So you can apparently buy the new Napster device for $99. I'm trying to find a video of what it looks like. But yeah, it's this little AI avatar that you can just speak to. It has nothing to do with pirated audio. It's just Napster in name only, which is weird. I don't know. Is LimeWire going to do the same
Yeah.
thing? LimeWire is now going to be an AI avatar. Super strange. I'm not sure where they're going with this, but it's back.
Yeah.
If anybody cares.
Hey, the people who own MySpace, while they're over here doing this and screwing around with stuff, you guys need to be making a comeback.
We've been saying that, David. We've been saying it for a long time. MySpace, if they played this nostalgia angle, and they actually brought MySpace back the way it was, where you could come in and put Flash. I mean, Flash isn't a thing anymore, but like a Flash-esque games on there. You could have your top 8 or top whatever friends on there.
Whatever.
Dude, MySpace was great, and it can make a big comeback. And the people who loved MySpace are at that age now where they will jump on it immediately because everybody's sick of Facebook. People kind of hate Facebook at this point. Everybody hates X because it's not Twitter. Everybody hated Twitter when it was Twitter. People of that age, they hate TikTok because TikTok is mind rot. Bring back MySpace. Yeah. Whoever owns MySpace, I know you want to keep pushing it as sort of a music app. It's never gonna do well there.
It's never going to do that. If you want to do that, then what you need to do is buy the music and naming rights out of MTV because they have officially.
There's
something we didn't cover.
Yeah,
this is something we didn't cover. MTV has officially shut down all music of the music TV, which is what M stood for you folks in Rio Linda.
I didn't know that actually.
Music television. So all the MTV, the music part of MTV, it's all done.
Really? I didn't know that.
It's all done.
Huh.
It's all done. Yep. It ended last year.
Well, so look, MySpace could buy. Imagine if like one really good investor bought MySpace and bought MTV. You got the M for MySpace, MTV, and actually turned this into a music platform, a multi-platform music platform. It would have social media. It could have TV. It could have video. It could have user-created content like YouTube. It could be huge.
Why not have two? Why not have two though? Because you could have the MTV, which it needs to have its own thing, the music television and the music MTV and MSM, not MSN, but the music social media. That can go there and feed that world. I mean, because you're going to have, because I know Wes loves Venn diagrams. So when you got your Venn diagrams, you're going to have some overlap. You're going to have some. You're going to have some overlap on that Venn diagram. But the MySpace crowd, the MySpace crowd is solid money. Solid money.
Solid
the
money.
Music,
that nostalgia.
Television stuff is solid money.
Yeah.
Even separate. Go get them. All right. So that's it. I'm done for the night. I'm toast.
That's it. Look, nostalgia is going to make money. And apparently celery is the toothbrush of the colon. So that's
celery.
So that is a learning opportunity there.
So I've got a question for you, Wes. Instead of eating celery, can you just, shove a toothbrush up your bum?
And now I'm sure my brother-in-law who just joined is really happy he joined the show. Started watching. Well, only if it's electric toothbrush. Everybody watching and listening, this is an actual ad from the 1950s. We did not create this. This is an actual ad from the 1950s. Yes. And yes, if it's electric toothbrush, I'm sure there's a market for that.
Indeed.
I'm still thinking of several things. One, the illustrator who was asked to create this. Two, the marketing team who had to sit down and explain to the illustrator what they should be doing. And then three, the executives who signed off on this and said, yeah, this is a good idea.
This is great. This is great. Yeah, nothing can go wrong with this. They're going to be laughing at us in 75 years from the 50s, 1950s, now 75, 76 years now. So they're not going to be listening. They're not going to be laughing at us 76 years in the future about this. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
It's like a toothbrush.
I've been David.
He's
been Wes.
I've been celery.
No.
I've not been celery. I've been Wes. This guy was celery. And we will see you guys live from CES next week.
That's that.
There you go. You got it.
All right. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, over there.
We will see you guys live from CES next week. We'll see you then.